And look at that.
Right on
Instantaneous.
time.
Right,
Yeah,
right on time. Right on time. You want to know why, chat?
right on time.
Because we're early. Because
Because we're.
you know what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been feeling like me and this guy we've been slacking a little bit. Not for the reasons you think, but because we've only been on time. We've only been there
Mm-hmm.
when we said we were gonna get there. So why not throw him for a little bit of a curveball, right? Why not throw him for a little bit of a loop and show up
We'd
early?
never be late. Like I'd sooner cut our bellies open. Obviously,
Never gonna happen. Never
I
gonna
throw.
happen, right?
I get nauseous at the word.
Yeah.
So how about we? How about we?
I don't understand what you just said to me.
Sorry, man. I'll explain later. It's something. It's something the other streamers are saying. It's something they're doing.
Yeah. Like the
Like
losers.
yeah, like
Like
Kai.
yeah. Mafiathon bagless, right?
Bagless.
Nobody's heard of that, right?
Yeah. Like
Um.
honestly, LeBron.
Whoa
When you
whoa
guys
whoa
see
whoa.
LeBron on here, like
Nobody. Okay.
you'll see a real stream, bro.
Oh, relax. Like don't say his name. Like you're not really worthy. Don't try that again. Thank you. But I appreciate the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So and antimatter's
What's
got it
that?
right. Honor runs are either on time or not here. That's
That's
real
what I'm saying.
because we're always
That's so
here
real.
and we're always on time.
What's
That's what I'm.
what's that? What's the phrase that I learned in business school?
Hmm.
If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, don't show up. And if
Yeah,
you're early, you're on time.
exactly. And what I
Exactly.
learned
Yeah.
alongside that is deploy radical
And
empathy. Yep.
radical empathy, dude.
Radical
That's
empathy.
101 stuff. Professor
Yeah.
V's gonna have my head.
Professor,
Fuck.
hey, VaynerMedia is not gonna put us on if you keep acting like that, bro. They're just not gonna rock with us. That's
Yeah. I
baseball
mean, when I gave
cards.
back my final project, he just wrote not enough baseball cards. F.
I mean, how many garage sales did you go to?
None. No car. I mean, yes, I know. L hustle. Um, that's three Johnny Walkers for me. That's three Johnny Walkers. I'm fucked.
Dude, how many times did you go to the war room to study?
Only twice a week.
Was Tristan there?
No, thank God. He didn't. He was. The thing is, for better or for worse, Tristan doesn't know who I am.
Uh,
I think if he sees me in there, I'm shot. I think I'm
you
cooked.
got no motion with Tristan, bro?
No emotion with Tristan. Like I'm an Andrew groupie exclusively. Dude, Tristan doesn't know what I've done in his house. It's fucked. He's not gonna let me out alive if he knows.
How many baseball cards did you sell in there?
Bro, zero. I'm telling you, he's gonna look at one check. Hey, can I see the security tape? I'm gone. You're not gonna see me again. I'm not leaving Romania.
That's crazy. But in any case, chat, we're getting some people surprised that we like are alive or whatever.
Or
Um,
did our job. That's crazy. Y'all just say anything about us, huh?
Relax. Let's not stand too heavily on that. Less we remember what happened last Sunday, right? They actually can't
Yeah,
trust us to do that.
that's honestly on us,
Every
man.
time we show up, it's a miracle, right?
Yeah,
And guess what?
act of God.
We're here. Um, let's see.
Chat. Not only are we here, you're welcome, but we're here.
So, chat. The reason is simple. I've been on a little bit of a vacation. What do they call them? What do they call them when they're like a really extended vacation? They're like religious.
A holiday.
No, I'm not British. I believe in like a higher power is like the idea here for the bit. Like, uh, whatever. I've been on fucking break. A
Sabbatical.
sabbatical.
Yeah.
Norman's on sabbatical, honey. Yeah. Anyways,
See?
as you can see, the suitcase is back there. Back there.
Mm-hmm.
I am still kind of on vacation. I know. But for you guys, I'm willing to show up. I'm willing to put away the beach clothes,
Say
right?
thank you, chat.
I put away the towel, right? I was like, fuck, dude. All of the grapes I was being fed while laying down
Mm-hmm.
poolside, Johnny Walker in hand.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm ready to show up for y'all. Um,
Type shit. Type shit.
type shit,
Tristan would
type
be
shit.
proud. Can you
Yeah.
tell him about me?
No,
I just need one voucher. Please.
I'm not
Please,
gonna.
everybody say no.
I'm not gonna vouch for
Dude,
you,
I'm
bro.
getting desperate.
I'm not gonna vouch
He's
for
gonna
you, bro.
shoot
I'm
me.
not gonna vouch for you, bro. Not gonna
Dude,
lie.
the only alternative is to stop going to the war room, and I can't do that. I can't
Dude,
stop the hustle for anybody.
bro. But you're only going 2 times a week. You don't even really fuck with it like that.
It's two more than anybody else is doing.
No, it's not. We just go to the war room
Yeah,
and
it
don't
is.
tell you. We leave you out.
Dude, please, my luck's gonna run out. If he sees me, it's all over.
Hey, bro. Not gonna lie. Go watch Mafia Thunlow, bro.
Dude, it's Tristan. I don't stand a chance.
What does that mean, bro? What does that mean, man? Um. Oh God, yeah.
Like in a one-on-one, I can't do it, dude. He's
Yeah.
too strong,
BR, you've
even for
been
me.
BR, you're glowing. What you've been doing on vacation? Ah, just getting sun. Seeing people, seeing faces. Traveling the world. Just what you should be doing on vacation. Just absolutely, totally relax and having a
Hmm.
good time.
Going on nice
See,
walks.
seeing some sights, involving myself in some history, maybe not so much of my own free will, right? Regardless, we're here, chat. We got a lot of chapters to talk about. We got a lot of good shit to talk about. But before we get to the good shit, before we get to the interesting stuff, we have Sakamoto Days. Guess what?
Yep.
Creams' biggest, best manga in his
Fuck.
opinion. This is him. It's him and Suzuki. They're like this. They're like brothers. They
Yep.
share a heart. They share a brain.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get into some of like the greatness of these past couple Sakamoto Days chapters. Because if I'm remembering correctly, we haven't seen, or we hadn't talked about the conclusion to Heisuke's little battle, right?
Yeah.
With which uh, you say it, bro. What do you think about this? What do you think about these chapters, bro? We got what, like 2 or 3 chapters to talk about, man. A big batch of Sakamoto Days. You're usually complaining like, "Fuck, Suzuki, you're so talented. You're so cool. You're the greatest writer I've ever come across." Yusuke Murata, Neil, right?
I
The only issue I
said
ever come
any of
across,
those
the
words.
only issue I ever, you said Tagashi sit down. The only issue, this is Scream saying this by the way, I ever come across is that there's not enough Sakamoto Days to talk about. Now
I
you have 3 chapters. Now you have like 60 pages of shit to talk about. Get into it.
So the air tunnel was sick. That's big Hisuke. Was that actually Hisuke? Hold on, let me open up the chapter because that might just be my memory. Holy fuck! Please tell me that was Hisuke. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking awkward.
Oh my god, bro, like
Okay, it was a Hisuke feat. Oh shit! Oh thank God, it was a Hisuke feat. A Hisuke feat. A Hisuke feat. A Hisuke feat. Holy fuck!
can I ask you something, bro? Did you
Sniper girl.
When has Kuminomi ever not gotten shit on? Her introduction.
Holy
That's about
shit.
it. Um,
Kuminomi, that's her name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say
Holy
sniper
fuck.
girl?
No.
When has she ever held a sniper rifle, bro? Like ever? I don't
Kuminomi
know.
is
I don't know if she's held a gun.
she's the magnet lady,
Yeah,
isn't she?
yeah. She's right behind me, isn't she, chat? What the fuck was that tonality, bro?
I'm so
She's
sorry.
the magnet lady, isn't she? Who were you talking about, sniper girl? Who could it have been? Who
Is
could
it
it? Who could it?
is she not a woman?
Who could it have
The
been?
the sentient sniper?
The sentient sniper? What the fuck are you talking about? The
The
person
fucking
holding a sniper rifle?
that's the gag, is that it's a sentient sniper,
It's not the
right?
gag.
Is it not a woman?
It's a motherfucker wearing a cloak holding a sniper. We talk about sentient
And that
sniper.
motherfucker is a woman, right?
Let me just ask you this, right? Why are you under the impression they're a woman? Like what? Like because Kamehate, I'm pretty sure is scared of women. Like now, I'm not saying women can't be scared of women. That happens all the time. But like it's a gag that Kamehate is like scared of the hoes, right? So like
No.
what leads you to believe
Kamehate, that's the name.
what leads you
Thank
to
you.
believe that Kamehate is like a woman? What was the sort of reasoning?
There were some tsundere-isms.
Oh, so
I
that's
kind of inferred.
misogynistic.
No, it's not.
Tsundere
It's a
equals
convention.
woman.
It's a convention.
They're literally
Go ahead, name a
scared of
male
them.
tsundere.
You would say me, so I'll point at myself here.
You're not a fictional character.
But yeah, it's a trope. It's just a trope of like it describes a personality. You also didn't say fictional character, you troll. Um, and like what are we talking about
You.
here? Kamehate is just like
Anyway,
you, creams. No, he's competent. Um, anyways, yeah. So what were you gonna get on?
that helicopter feat was crazy. Air
Oh,
tunnel.
oh yeah. I was gonna ask you, were you moved by that shit, bro?
I thought the spread was cool, but I don't know if I was moved.
Chat, look at this. He's raising his standards of what moves him in real time. I
God,
fuck with that though. I
my
fuck with that.
God.
You thought the spread was cool? Jesus Christ, bro.
Oh my god, can I not like
You
anything,
can
dickhead?
like whatever the fuck you want, man. It's just kind of like would you like jingling keys too, bro? Like yeah, I mean, I guess sure. Oh, I'm
Dude,
so refined. I'm going to raise and elevate my tastes. Nothing that's not a masterpiece is getting above a 5 out of
a
10 from me. A
masterpiece?
masterpiece, bro. A masterpiece. Fuck you. What'd you give Sakamoto Days, bro?
I
I'm giving it for these past like several chapters. The average score is like a 4. These past 2 chapters have been like, hold on, let me check real quick. Let me double check. 231. I want to skim through real quick. Yeah, ass. Actual 2 and 2. No, this most recent chapter had a bit more aura. 2 and 3.
I holy fuck, when did it get that low? Fuck Sakamoto Days to you off screen.
Nothing,
I
bro.
was giving
It's
it.
a,
I was just gonna give it solid fives across the
No, you
board.
weren't.
Fuck.
See,
Yes, I
what
was.
happened?
Yes,
What
I
happened is I
was.
anchored you.
Yes, it
What
was.
happened is I anchored you, and I brought your score down. You know you were gonna say 6. You know you were. You know you were, and I know you were, and chat knows you were, and that's all that matters to me. You were gonna. I was gonna give it a solid lie formulating in your head. What sounds like I'm critical enough, but not a
Elgato,
hater.
don't back him up.
What
Also,
sounds like I'm critical enough but not a hater? Fuck, I don't want to copy
I
BR.
was
I don't
gonna
want to
say
be bouncing
four.
on his fucking
I
nuts.
boost.
You
Oh
weren't gonna
my
say
god.
4. You
Oh my. I
fucking
was gonna say
you
four, and then I
fucking
boosted up to a
rat.
five because I
You
realized that it was gonna be fucking boring, and that's what a five means to me. So I'm keeping it fucking consistent
No,
with the
you're not.
scale from
No, you're not.
earlier.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No,
Yes,
you're
I
not.
am.
No, you're not.
Fives across the
Why is it
board.
deserving of a 5 to you?
Boring.
What redeemable qualities did it have?
There is no redeem. There's. It was just inoffensive. Nothing happened to me.
So if I just show you a blank piece of paper, that's a 5 out of 10 piece
It's
of art to
five.
you?
I mean, it's not a piece of art.
Why not?
If you call it a piece of art, no explanation, no description. Ah, yes, a five.
Yeah, fair enough, bro. You're a fascinating creature. Mm. Yeah, cream's inconsistency in the same sentence. LMAO. Sleeping danger. Every time you chat and you're
Fuck
talking about
you.
him, I hate you slightly less. You got a big hill to knock down, but you're working on it, man. You're
Remember what he
so
said
bad
about
after
Megan,
all.
man?
No, I remember. I know. Like I said, I still hate him a lot. It's just every time he says you're disgusting, I'm like, fuck, dude, that's a banger.
A banger is a bit much.
No, that's a
I think
banger. Cream's
maybe a bridge
pretending
too
he thought
far.
Kamate was a guy to get out of his cognitive simulacrum being dismantled. Jesus fucking Christ. It's sad too. Creams does have the art critic phrenology, but he just can't back it up with his brain power. Hansel just said you're a biblically accurate fucking art critic with like none
What
of
do I
the
need to complete
intelligence.
the fit, Hans Legato? Give me the exact build. I'll buy it right
No.
now.
You look exactly. No. You need the brain power, is what they're saying. You need.
I can get that. I could
No,
just
you
get
can't.
that,
No,
right?
you
That's
can't.
fine.
No, you
Yes,
can't.
I can.
No, you can't.
They
Why
sell it
haven't
at the
you?
corner store, at the bodega. Fuck you,
Why haven't you gotten that yet, bro? You've just been walking around 37 years, no brain power. You just decided, that's not.
Stop making me older every time.
I don't really feel like a 42
Oh
year
my
old
god.
man. By the way,
Fuck you.
turtleneck, round glasses. A 40-year-old dog can't learn new tricks.
Stop adding numbers, please. Fuck. All of you. Anyway, solid fives across the board. I can see being talked down to a 4, but
So
like,
you're
you
not
know, I
consistent.
don't.
Like you just follow whoever is just telling you what you should. How can you be talked down to a 4 if it's just inoffensive and an inoffensive score is a 5?
You
How
got to
can it go
keep
to a
your
4?
heart open to discourse,
Why?
dickhead.
Why? Like
You just don't like free marketplace of
can you
ideas, bro. Like, you don't.
possibly okay possibly explain why, right? Explain why you explain why you're open to that idea, right? Like being open to the marketplace of ideas doesn't mean being a brainlet, right? It doesn't mean just being yeah. Did BR say it's a 4? Well, then it's probably a 4. You
Okay,
fucking dork.
cards on the table, bro. Is this about Sonic Crossworlds? Is that what this is still about?
What the fuck are you talking about?
So I said, is BR playing the game? I asked one fucking question, and suddenly I'm Mr. Cuckchair Dick Rider.
Dude,
I don't
first of
think
all,
that's fair.
no, you've been cuck chair dick rider for like a
Oh my
year.
god.
No, how old are you?
No.
43 years. My bad, right? Secondly, you've been dick riding my scores and my sentiments since let's see, the pod started. So it's not really about Sonic Crossworlds. That was just icing on the cake, right? Which crazy, by the way. I wasn't even there. You
I'll
were
never
glazing
forgive
for
Mikey.
fun. You'll never forgive
I'll
Mikey.
never
Never
forgive.
forgive yourself. You're the one who said it.
He had no he had no incentive to do that. He had no reason to do that. He just did
Funny.
that shit. What? Fuck you?
No,
It wasn't.
no. You don't
was
need to do that. You sit in the chair. Like that's not your role.
Ew.
That's not your role in all of this,
Oh
right?
my god.
That's you're a cog, but not in that place, bro. I think that suitcase spot would be good for you.
And shut. Ew.
Enchanted chair is crazy. Yeah, no, these Sakamoto Days chapters were really fucking. They were really boring, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Straight fives. Why are we seeing them divorce over Sonic Crossworlds Racing? Are you guys gonna get the game? How are we feeling about Crossworlds, guys?
So you
Should
now
we
are
put up a poll?
cucking down to chat, bro. You're like, fuck. Will this help me make my decision easier?
Why
Who's
is
gonna get the game? Because I'm a
Holy
grown ass
shit.
62-year-old man, and I
I'm-
can't possibly I can't possibly
Deku voice
conceive
is
of
nuts.
I can't possibly
Flag
conceive
on the
of
fucking
I
play.
can't possibly conceive of a world in which I make a decision with my hard-earned money that doesn't involve you guys informing my decision. Someone please tell me what to do. Have some shame.
Have it in spades. Fuck you. Second of all, I don't. The Deku voice. A hat on a hat.
Can't even get
What?
a cuck chair. He's got to sit on the floor and peek over.
Ugh.
That's literally you, bro. Don't say Don't.
No, it's not.
This is what's
I
embarrassing
don't think
about
it
you, bro.
literally
This is
means-
what's embarrassing about you. You fake the funk, bro. You pretend
I
you
fake the
yeah.
funk?
You pretend you have shame. You pretend you have a spine on here, and you're like, ugh, that's gross, bro. That's you. Why are you?
It's
why
not.
are you?
I'll have you know, I objected to all the cuck allegations in person, face to face, no cameras.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No masks.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Chat. This how you know I'm serious. Chat. Right hand on the Kagura Bible.
Oh my god.
He was cuck this, cuck that, cuck all vacation long.
Oh
and
my
if you
God.
and if you say you weren't, may God
I was
strike you
making
down.
jokes.
May God.
I
Yeah,
was
look at
making
you.
jokes.
Look at you.
Dickhead.
As soon as
I was
I got
making
God involved, he started changing.
Oh
his
my
tune.
God.
No, weed. No, yeah, bro.
Fucking snitch.
Fucking
Like,
loser. Yeah, bro. Ew. Yeah, you're gross, bro.
you're the one that spit.
Yeah, bro. You could have tried to dodge. You just sat there and took it.
You were fast. I got blitzed.
You got blitzed by my saliva glands, bro. You're a fucking. You're pathetic. I don't know how. Loser. I don't know what else to say, bro. I'll have you know. Yeah. Also,
Did I just say that?
That's what you said, yeah. Let me not be rude, by the way.
Fuck.
04 Reek 89 subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. I'm sorry we got lost
Appreciate
in
you.
the Sakamoto days of it all. But thank you
Yeah.
for the subscription. We really appreciate it. Took it like a good boy, holy, like a mid boy. Like I don't know. We haven't trained him that well
Holy
yet.
fuck.
Haven't taught him to paw. Come on, paw. See, he's not there yet. He's almost there.
There was no way for me to win that.
He's
There was no
he's
way for
almost
me
there.
to win that.
He's almost there.
Fuck.
He's almost there.
Chat,
Yeah.
how would you guys have worked around that? Would you have given him paw?
Bro, have you considered
Chat.
that the only way to win is to not be in that position?
No, I don't think I have a choice, man. I think you would have dragged me to
You
that
don't have a
position. kicking and
choice.
Screaming.
You don't have a choice. Grown man. You don't have a choice. Grown man. I don't pay your bills. I'm not your parental figure. I'm just a guy. Didn't have a choice. That's why. That mentality that's deep rooted in there, in your
Okay.
heart, in your soul, is why I didn't have
I know
a
what
choice.
I don't have. This is about the elevator.
That was crazy.
That's on me. That's on me. It won't happen again.
It will. Dude, I don't think
It
you get
won't.
I think if I'm not gonna lie, you would have had a similar reaction if someone put a gun on you, bro. Like similar levels of fear. Chat, we were in the elevator, right? He was talking about something or
God.
other. Blah 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 blah. Probably porn, whatever the fuck this guy talks about.
It was about
Blah, blah,
moving.
blah, blah, blah.
Dickhead.
I doubt it was. Blah 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 blah. Someone comes in the elevator, right?
I didn't stand that attention.
Could
I didn't
not.
fucking stand that
He didn't
attention.
move a muscle, chat. He didn't move He was
I moved many.
me. In my head, I thought, "Damn, this is crazy." I actually saw him cut down in real life. This is nuts. And I start
Stop
fucking.
saying that.
I start trying not to laugh, shaking in the elevator. By the way, fucking. And he, by the way, he's hearing me. I know he's hearing me. He's too terrified to acknowledge. He doesn't find it funny because he's actually scared. Did he press the elevator button for them too? He couldn't move. They were like going. They were like no. They were like going down. I said yeah. He was like. He looked over like. I'm sure his bottom lip would have started quivering if he was like, I don't know, brave enough to let anything loose, dude. He was so fucking frightened.
I would not say frightened. I just wouldn't call that feeling frightened.
Saw the same lady at the train station we were at. He almost passed out.
No, I didn't. I
like,
just said, "Oh shit, dude, it's her."
Nah, is that how you said it? Swear that's how you said it. Swear that's the same tone in which you said it.
Dude, it's her.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's her. Like as if that were a Greek mythological creature that was coming to hunt us, bro. As if that was the Minotaur sitting across there looking at us like we were fresh meat. Nah, dude, it's her. That's an elderly lady, bro. She just wants to get to her destination. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, stand close to me. It'll fuck up her aim. Her aim, bro? This American sniper? And not like just...
It made sense at the time, chat. Don't believe this. Don't believe a word of this. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're cool.
Fucking
so what's
hell,
next?
dude.
JJK? No. Blue Lock? No. Kagurabachi?
No, Blue Lock probably. Let's go look into.
Okay.
Let's get into Blue Lock. Can I just ask you this outright? And I'm sorry, chat, for pulling behind the curtains. I'm sorry for pulling behind the curtains a little bit. I'm sorry for pulling. Why does Cream still talk like he's in grade 2?
Feature question.
Cream versus social interaction impossible challenge. Fuck, dude. Anyways, let me just ask you this, and I'm just gonna ask you straight up, chat. I'm sorry for pulling back the curtain. I really do apologize. Do you have anything insightful or interesting in your head about these 2 chapters? I'll make something up for you to respond to if you don't, but do you? I'm giving you the opportunity to be honest with me. Do you have anything of note? Anything. It's not a high bar to clear. I'm not asking you for a fucking encyclopedic knowledge of Blue Lock or these characters. I'm just asking you if you, when you read these chapters, thought anything beyond the art looks really good, there were some really cool panels, damn, Nigeria is getting cooked.
I'm going to answer you. Quick question. Side thing. Why are you cashing this in for these 2 chapters? Not Kagurabachi, not JJK.
No, because I know you don't have anything interesting to say for Kagurabachi. You never do. I got that. I'll handle that. That's on my back. It's like 90-10 with Blue Lock. 90% of the time, fuck no. 10% of the time, you ask, hey, bro, do you think we could pull off blue suits? You know, and so you have sometimes you have something interesting to add, right? It's bullshit every time, but at least sometimes there's something of unique entertainment value. And so I'm asking you, do I need to spoon feed it to you this time? Or can you pick it up and feed yourself?
I can feed myself a little bit. Moderate meal. I'm on a diet.
Dude,
here we go.
Just answer the fucking question. Why does everything have to be turned into this elaborate scheme with you? Bro, just yes or no. Moderate meal. I'm on a diet. Let's see. It's keto. I've actually failed it a couple of times, but I tried being vegan once or twice. Like, bro, fuck you.
Okay. I have one discussion question. After that, I'm done. I use my domain for the day. That's my answer. Yes.
Your insightful discussion is a question.
It's a discussion topic. It leads into a discussion question. Fuck you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 2 chapters about what football means, right? You know, why it gets people so elated. The whole being the best, being a great hunter, proving your superiority, blah blah blah, right? I have 2 questions, or I had 2 questions when I was reading it, right? Why now, and why specifically now? Why now refers to the game. Why specifically now refers to the manga. So why now referring to the game means seems like a bit odd. Like as they're up on score, as they're trying to dominate the second half with a new strategy. The thinking goes, this is a good way to explain why Team Nigeria just wanting to also score their own goals isn't going to be enough. And this is going to be a hunter free-for-all moving forward. And everybody has this mentality. That's my theory, is that after this game, this whole, oh, dude, why don't we just score goals for ourselves shit, that's the baseline, right? And so you're going to have to start getting creative with the plays. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if this is teeing up for something like different, but like as far as I can tell, that's really the only that's the only approach I can guess that this is for. The why, referring to the section in the manga, is sort of, I feel like this is just Ego's like surface philosophy, right? Is this not just kind of what he says more or less at the beginning of the manga? It's sort of like, why reiterate it now, right? As we're starting the World Cup here.
Okay. And
Makes you wonder.
I'll answer your questions and get into my broader opinions about the chapters in a second. But I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the chapters, these past two?
I thought they were cool. Nothing really blew me away. Just because it kind of what I said earlier. It was like, oh yeah, I mean that's Blue Lock. You know, just sort of doubling down. Like there's no surprises, right?
Yeah.
Like of course Ego would think this.
Like solid sevens, would you say, for the
Yeah,
chapters?
solid sevens.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, cool. Lock that in.
Okay.
These two chapters for me, I kind of feel somewhat similarly to Demon almost. I actually, this is like an uncharacteristic, I didn't like these chapters moment. I was like reading these and I was
Really?
like, fuck. This is like borderline schlock, right?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Holy
it,
shit.
it came in the way of Ego's like hunter fucking philosophy. I was like, this is so, it like at its best it feels derivative of previous things that he says, and at its worst it feels like so fucking like, dude, this is, I'm
Like
trying
tacky.
to, tacky, sure, but like blatantly untrue, incorrect, and sort of like uh, I'm trying to see like very like survival of the fittest
It is.
Darwinian, like it very
Oh,
exclusively
like evolutionary
yeah,
science.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
yeah,
is why. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like what you do, like the almost like the, it's bordering on that like phrenology esque sort of
No,
like
stop,
that pop
stop.
science, like, oh, if you could just blah 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 blah, whatever, right? And I was like,
Yellow card.
oh,
Yellow card.
personally, and this to me, this is like at least fascinating for me for two reasons. One, because I usually don't feel like this in other instances where people do feel like this about Blue Lock, so it's like, oh, this is how people read a lot of the other stuff,
Mm.
that I'm viewing here.
Oh, the
And
fucking
two, like
blue
Blue
lock
Lock is
fascist.
fascist. Yeah, yeah.
Fascist. Right. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
but two, it was also just because I was like, wow, this was just also very, uh, yeah, like vapid in a lot of ways. It's like what Blue
Mm.
Lock feels like to people who dislike Blue Lock. Every criticism that previously feels that fell flat just decided to come true for once. Yeah, it's derivative of the most iffy things he's already said. This is the worst it's been since literally chapter one, which is in my opinion the worst chapter of the series. And to me,
Mm.
I can even justify a lot of what chapter one is because in my mind it's like Ego basically selling you on a dream and then
Mm.
recontextualizing and giving more like
As he's.
further nuance and ideas as he gets
Mm.
into it, right? This far into it, the only possible explanation I could give, like as to why you have Ego say this, is if you as an author, and this is a bit more of a meta reason rather than like an in-universe
Mm.
reason, it's like if you as an author are trying to like basically um reestablish the base point for characters moving forward. It's like what you'll see in a good example of this sentiment is like Oda being like, oh yeah, from this point on in One Piece, you can just pick it up here and get it. Like the
Mm.
idea is like in the background you're making art in the foreground, but in the background you're making a product that can sell, that can be easily digestible, blah blah blah. This seems almost like a game that is meant to be like, if you're just reading Blue Lock now, here's how you catch up. In terms of like a lot of the ways it's handled, it's like it's very baseline,
Like
basic Blue
trailer
Lock.
dialogue.
It's not necessarily just trailer dialogue. It's like a game that is very. It is the most simplistic aspects of Blue Lock, and that's why I think you're not a big fan of the game because it's just it's like very middle of the road, mediocre Blue Lock, right?
You know,
Early Blue Lock that feels weird and uncharacteristic because we're so far in and gotten such high highs. And I largely think that's because we're not going up against an antagonistic force that is anything worth anything, and that if you're someone like
so,
me, you knew they were just gonna get like shit crammed down their throats, and so it's really
yeah.
hard to view it in any way other than just
So it, it,
it's
it
fine.
seems like we're kind of on the same page with like, oh, why are they doing this now? But like the reason I gave it a 7 is because it was just otherwise like a standard fare Blue Lock chapter. Like the thinking I have is it must be for some reason, right? Like if holy shit, I'm blanking on the manga for Blue Lock's name. Can you just
Kaneshiro?
Yeah, Kineshiro. Like I'm thinking like this is a setup for some kind of lesson as it normally is for these chapters. Like Kineshiro can just like just as easily next week hit us with like a fucking but you know soccer isn't hunting or some shit like that, or fucking some version of what he did with like chapter 1, the chapter 1 monologue the ego gave, right, where it's just a way, it's like you said, it's selling a dream and then you slowly like build on it, you add a little bit of contextualization, you add a little bit of reality, and then you go from there, right? You're just trying to get people in the door. So my thinking is ego must be doing this. This is, as far as I can understand, his own internal monologue. These 2 chapters, he's just kind of talking to himself. What I'm thinking is this is also a setup for some kind of play he wants them to do. This is just like another step. Like I kind of err on the side of like if this is how Blue Lock jump, like I just don't think this is like how Blue Lock jumps the ship, right? Or if it's a blip, whatever. I kind of hold out hope that it's a setup for something.
I don't think something being ass like means that the series is. I'm not worried about Blue Lock being cooked, right? I would come in here with my mascara running if I thought Blue Lock was cooked. I'm just saying these 2 chapters in this game at large has been like the game at large has been kind of whatever, meh. But to me, that's to be expected because I'm not gonna say no one because we have someone in here very invested in Blue Lock who thought Nigeria was gonna do shit. I didn't. I was like, they're gonna get fucking ragdolled, right? They are the fodder you show after someone gets a power up, right? Like,
yeah, the post time skip enemies.
Let me show you how much stronger I've gotten. Holy fuck,
Yeah.
you're about to get pissed on. Unfortunate that it had to be them, but it had to be someone, I guess, right? For me, yeah. Yeah.
I guess like on the Blue Lock fascist thing, right?
Hmm?
Assuming the bad ending, right? Like the bad playthrough, right? Just plugging in the controller, right? Next chapter drops and he's like, dude, I fucking hate peace. Like the more you guys like,
I mean,
the more you guys get out there,
that, bro. He's already said that. He said that in this chapter.
He said that in this chapter inside, like to the players, like it's like, yo, going to the locker room.
Nope.
All right, guys.
He said that
piss
to
on
them.
everybody you see.
He said that to them, bro. He said that. He said that in 318, bro.
He did.
He literally says, he literally says, like, a tepid world in which people live without yearning for victory is what people call peace. That's an like that's a quote. That's the thing. He said to them.
Dude. Yeah, wasn't he just like immediately? But I hate that personally. Like he gave no kind of like justification. He was like, bro, I missed the Hayne era.
He literally did the thing. So the thing you described is the thing he said in like last week's
I was
chapter.
joking. Holy fuck! I forgot that he did that.
This nigga didn't read the chapter. I
did. I swear. Because I remember. I'm not looking at the chapter right now.
I'm not saying you're looking at the chapter. That's why you fucked up the way you did. You literally were like, damn, bro. If Ego says X, Y, and Z, it's over. He said X, Y, and Z.
You gave those chapters 7 out of 10. I literally just got my wires. I can't forget shit now. What the fuck?
You gave those chapters 7 out of 10.
I gave the chapter 7. I maintained that score.
He was like, you literally said Blue Lock's jumping the shark if it does this. It did that, and it's still a 7 out of 10 chapter. You're a fucking
committed
goofball.
To that. The word I used was committed to that.
And it literally did. It's committed. In the manga. This isn't a fucking rough draft. You dunce. It's out in the ether in the world.
Oh my god, dude! Next chapter when Ego's like, guys, I fucking love teamwork. You're gonna eat words. This match feels like he's committed to showing every match of the tournament, and it's too much, so he's cramming in some of his most uninteresting drafts of ego moments and throwing them to a throwaway game. This is exactly why I wanted to draw a curb stomp where our guys are doing the same stomping as prime real estate for Blue Lock to be very masturbatory and feeding into its worst instincts. Damn, that's real.
You didn't understand a word they fucking said.
Oh my god! Yes, I did.
What worse instincts? Like, give me some examples.
What is your fucking problem?
No. Because my problem is that you're putting on airs, right? I do this too.
I'm not.
I do this too. You just don't catch me. Like when I say words I don't know the meaning of, I'm putting on airs too.
I let you.
No, you don't.
I let it go.
No, you
don't.
I do. No, you don't. For
when have I not?
When I said nonce, that was a good example. I had that off the top. But I had that off the top. What? First of all, you don't. Second of all. You don't know because you don't catch them, right? Because you don't know the words I'm using either. I'm just using words above both of our IQ points, right? All I'm saying is you're saying shit, and I'm like, why the fuck are you pretending you understood that criticism? I understood that criticism, not because I'm smarter than you, because I like Blue Lock, right? You can't name another example of Blue Lock feeding into its worst instincts that's in line with what Hanos Lugano is saying. You don't know what you're talking about. You just said, damn, that's real. Real to what? Real to who?
I don't think Hans Lugano was teeing up for you guys remember that moment? Like that just doesn't
feeding into its worst instincts. Feeding into, not creating new bad ones. It's feeding into worst instincts that in the past are Blue Lock at its worst. I don't think you can conceptualize. I don't think that you can understand or wrap your brain around what those moments are to Hansel for two reasons. One, you're dumb. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I did. But two, you don't fucking read the series, bro. By the way, I have to backtrack to the point where you said, if Blue Lock commits to this, damn, it's jumped the shark. Ego literally said it. 7 out of 10. You're a fucking goober.
Maybe stop letting me go first.
You're a goober.
You know what it is?
I asked you.
You need to let me jog my memory. No, because the take was solid.
No,
you just let's just hold off to this.
The take was solid.
Because we agree on the take. We said the same fucking thing. Yes, we did.
We don't agree on the take, bro. What the fuck?
We both thought it was fucking weird.
You didn't have a take. You asked a question. You fucking dunce. You asked.
It's called implication. Can you not read between the lines?
It's called implication. You asked a neutral, non-leading question. You just asked why now and why. This is why. This is how I know you're an idiot. You didn't even have two questions. You had one question that you wanted to ask twice. Why now? Why specifically now? Oh, wow. What other time, bro? What other point in time is now than now? You just say shit. You just say shit. And that's fine, but you pretend you don't just say shit. And a lot of the times I let it slide, but sometimes it just pisses me off, bro. Sometimes you just say shit and I'm like, I like Blue Lock, though. I can't just let this slide. Fuck you.
Did I say the hunting shit was cool?
You did.
My bad. I didn't mean that.
You did. See, this is what I mean, bro. You
just let it slide?
One relates to the you in the chair, right? Relates to that mentality, for one. For two, you know what's crazy to me? How do you have the worst of both worlds? How do you not stand on anything and are also not intelligent enough to do the research to, like, know what you're talking about? You're like, you'll just say the first thing that you could pull out of your ass, and then someone calls you and you're like, oh, my hand smells like shit, my bad. What the fuck? You stuck it in there, bro. You were just fishing around and you're surprised? Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay, maybe the real problem is you guys keep, like, fucking policing me, right? Maybe, you know what? Maybe I have performance anxiety. You ever think about that, dickhead?
Your job is to perform. If you have performance anxiety, get in the soup line, bro. You don't belong here. That's what we're clocked in for. I have performance anxiety. You get on camera twice a week. Either do something about it, or just update your resume.
I read the manga, dude.
I read the manga, dude. Are you a robot? Are you a fucking robot, man? What are you talking about? I read the manga, dude. Do you want a fucking medal for doing you didn't, by the way. You didn't do that because you just named something. No, you didn't. That was 2 chapters ago.
I didn't read that one because I read it at the time. I just used my memory. I remembered most of the details. I just didn't remember the context. And then once you jogged my memory, I remembered everything.
Dude, what Ego said was the whole chapter. That was the entirety of the chapter. If you don't remember that,
yeah, I just forgot that he just wasn't saying that outside of his inner monologue. That's where we got our
that's the whole chapter. The whole chapter is him coaching them. If you didn't remember that he was not saying that, you didn't remember the chapter. The whole thing is
I
him coaching.
I
That entire
literally
chapter
remembered
is
it
him
after
coaching.
you jogged my
That entire
memory.
chapter.
It's cool.
Of course
It's
you
cool,
remembered it
dude.
after. Of course you remembered it. I told you what to remember. You didn't remember
Yeah,
shit.
then you jogged
listened.
my memory.
I didn't
I don't
jog
have the
shit.
manga up.
I didn't jog
Yes, you
shit.
did. It's in here. It's
No,
in
no,
it's
no,
in the
no,
Iron
no, no,
Vault.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is
It's
because
not.
I just
Okay,
remembered.
how
How
about
are you
this?
telling me what I remembered?
Because you just showed your ass, and in that there was no Blue Lock chapter. You're just probably Isagi was in it. Probably Ego was in it. That's a safe bet.
Is there no pleasing you?
Probably not.
How do we move past this? Because like it seems like you're really stuck on me just casually forgetting something. Regular human, by the way. Sorry, we can't all go up to your
Two questions. Two questions.
standards.
Two questions. Two questions.
Stan Michael, like what the fuck?
Standards type shit. Two questions for you. One, why not just say, "Oh, I forgot"? Because that's not. That's never. Whenever I press you, that's never what you say. You always try to defend yourself until you get shat on verbally, right? So you never resort to, "Damn, I forgot human error." You always like put up the shield like you're Captain America, motherfucker.
I always
it's made out of
apologize.
cardboard. We're not talking about you cucking down after you just got demolished, right? I'm talking about your initial stance. If your real life problem was, damn, I forgot, just say you forgot, bro. Why is it 10 minutes of pulling teeth and you're like, ow, I'm sorry.
Why are you pulling
I'm
teeth?
sorry. Because my
maybe I'll
grown man co-host has 7 cavities, bro. I'm fucking working.
Make it an inviting environment. Maybe I'd feel more comfortable saying that at the front.
Fuck you. What are you talking about, bro? An inviting environment? Okay, Snowflake. This is our podcast. It doesn't get more inviting than this. It's literally just us. It's literally just us, bro. What are you talking about? What do you mean a more inviting environment? I am like 4,000 miles away, bro.
Is there no version of this where you let this go?
There are several versions in which it never even starts. There are several versions in which it never even starts. Why did you agree with Hansel? What about what Hansel said resonated with you?
It was an affirmation, like a
affirmation of what?
You know, like I heard, chef.
You said that's real. You didn't say. Heard. You didn't say heard. You didn't.
We're not in an actual kitchen.
Yeah,
chef.
Great. You just said heard, chef. You fucking dumbass. I don't. Where's my apron?
It was a metaphor.
You're an idiot. You don't even remember what I said. That's what Hansel said. What did Hansel say?
Something about masturbatory?
You're a fucking joke, dude. Yeah. You're a fucking... And Hansel makes a great point. This is the safest spaces to get for people like you, bro. Like, unless you want a straitjacket and some padded walls, we literally can't make this any better of a place.
Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot. Regular human.
Okay, cool. So what are your opinions on the Blue Lock chapter?
Solid 5.
Oh my fucking god. Which one? There were two.
Both. Across the board.
Across the board, 5 out of 10.
You guys made great arguments.
You're so funny. I said, what is your opinion on the Blue Lock chapter? Elaborate, bro. Like, why did your opinion drop by 2 scores?
Cause fuck. Okay, I actually have a reason. Just give me a fucking second. Okay. You're making me nervous. Everybody shut up. Oh, I know why. Because fuck. Okay, no, I got it. I swear to God I have it.
Because
it almost felt like Blue Lock flanderizing itself. There we go. It did feel like jumping the shark. Okay, because Ego's dumb hypothetical that I referenced earlier did actually happen. So this is just like a real weird low point thematically.
Thematically, it's a real weird low point thematically. What does that mean here?
Because the theme is like, oh, that's all gas. Like Ego's not actually supposed to believe this.
That's all gas. The theme is that's all gas. The theme
Fuck
of what?
Off.
You fucking no. I'm asking. These are like, dude, your English teacher in 9th grade would ask you these questions. The theme of what? Bro, our job. By the way, our job is literally to read manga.
Why are the lights so hot?
This is what we call again for. Our job is to read manga and give our opinions and maybe, hopefully, say some shit that's funny. You're not being that funny right now. So say some real shit. It's thematically. What does that mean, bro? The theme is that it's all gas. Like you're a fucking like dude, you're a baby. You have a malnourished child's brain rattling around in your 75-year-old head, bro. This is fucking crazy. It's like you know what fucking fries me. Let me get meta for a second. Let me
Holy
not like
shit.
address the fourth wall, but let me like kind of turn to like the 3.5 wall, right? What's crazy is that like you move through the world, right? As if you've evolved beyond the medium of manga, right? As if like you've transcended it, right? You've
Never
gone
said
beyond
that.
it. Like you've complete. Damn, bro, I'm kind of off it, but why? Because I'm better, bro. It's not even.
I didn't say that.
I've conquered Rome, right? It's time to expand my empire.
Haven't
You're
said a word of this.
a fool. You don't get anything in life, but especially about manga, bro. Isn't Creams a self-proclaimed art connoisseur? Yes, he is, fellow Frenchman. Yes, he is.
So, what's your
That's you, by
opinion?
the way.
Socrates? Like what?
You know what, bro? I'd actually love if you were capable of pressing me on my opinion. It'd make for great discussion. Unfortunately, let me look. I'll leave that to Hansel. I'll leave Hansel to critique my stuff in chat. Because Hansel brought up an interesting point of like, oh man, the chapter one vision feels like cope. You couldn't think of that if I gave you $1 million to.
What do you mean by that?
What do
Elaborate.
I mean by what?
Cope.
That wasn't
Like,
my,
get into it. Speak on
those
it.
weren't my words. You couldn't even listen to the sentence. Hans Delgado said cope. You fucking moron. You pressed and failed. How do you fail at pressing, bro? It's the easiest job. I gave you the stick and said, here, go ahead. Defense. I took your ankles and your kneecaps, bro. You're on the ground. I've called an ambulance.
Can you say something about the fucking manga? Holy shit.
I did a lot. I feel like Blue Lock is in this game in totality has been feeling very like mediocre to whatever. I think it's been supplemented by some cool moments. You have like Ray or Botcher doing some cool shit. But I do feel like that this set of chapters kind of like not caps it off because the game isn't over, but sort of like encapsulates a lot of the weird feelings insofar as like this feels like the most derivative aspects of Blue Lock taken from the past, dragged into the current era, and not only is it just unrefined and kind of like stale, boring, ideologically fucking weird, bordering, touching, kissing on fascistic in a lot of ways, like that Darwinian fucking assert yourself as the dominant creature. Everything else doesn't deserve to live. Whatever, right? All of that bullshit. But it's also just like above all of that, in my mind, it commits the greatest crime of like not being entertaining as like a piece of art or like a game. This is very boring. Is sort of the
Wait, I
is
actually
really
do
the
have a
sentiment.
thought.
Oh, shut up. Save that
Hold
for
on, no,
later.
no.
No, save that for later.
It's a response
No,
to you.
I'm not done yet. So you're not responding to the shit I said
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Yeah. Shh. Thank you.
Wow.
Uh, I feel like you could see that in a lot of ways, right? Onazi being such a fucking whatever antagonist, if you could even call him that. The Nigerian team at large being super boring. Even this chapter of like, oh my god, Nigeria's really locking in. All of this stuff culminating into like this non-goal. That's fine. That's Blue Lock. But I don't really care. I don't feel like, damn, the Nigeria team's getting their breath back. They're really locked in. Like we get a cool like Blue Lock-esque spread where it's like, damn, the hunters are going after the fucking mammoth. Cool. That's like visually interesting and intriguing in the way that Blue Lock typically is. But like I for one didn't believe that they were gonna score, and two, I wouldn't really care if they were gonna score because they're not going to do jack shit. They're ass. To score here in the way that they're presented is to like spit in my face, slap me up a little bit, and say, here are some stakes, please. I'm not interested. I'm actually not moved by anything that we've seen thus far, particularly so in these last two chapters. Yeah, above and beyond everything else, this match has just been boring, and that's not something I could say about any other match in the series. Yeah, for the most part, and I'll say I think the biggest reason for that, is that we don't really have interesting antagonists. They kind of just they're jobbers in life, but they're also jobbers in like character, right? I don't give a fuck about Onazi or any of the other losers on this team, dude.
If I may.
You may.
Thank you. The thought was, what if, and hear me out, right? Occam's razor, right? Simplest explanation. Hold on, let me fucking cook. Goddamn. Can I please just offer a thought? You keep hounding me.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Okay. Whatever. You thought it at me kind of hard. I saw it in your eyes. Whatever. Okay. Every fucking matchup they got, right? There's some kind of like lesson, right? You know, be greedier, try to evolve in this way, blah blah blah, right? I think what this is fundamentally is just a poor attempt at what's his fucking name again? The mangaka? I'm so sorry.
No, make your thought.
Kaneshiro?
Good job. You did it.
Thank God. Holy fuck. I think this is just another this is just Kaneshiro's attempt at doing that with this match, right? I think the gimmick is you guys are always hungrier. You have bigger egos. You're egoing all over the fucking place. That's been the case, you know, for the entire manga up until this point. And then suddenly when the other team is like, why don't we all ego all over each other, right? To get a fucking shot in. It's sort of like, well, the whole gimmick is we out-ego each other, right? We out-ego the other team, I mean. So, like, Kaneshiro is just like, oh, fuck, if I make them hunters that have even bigger egos. You know, I'm being a little glib, but, like, fundamentally the premise is, like, sound. Like, if we just, the reason you can't just out-ego Team Japan is because their egos are so fucking massive and girthy that, like, you can't just, like, you have to, like, be better at soccer than them and have bigger egos than them. I think that's maybe the
glib,
point.
By the way, you got lost and you were like, "Fuck, I gotta eject Rosito." That's all that was. But dude, I mean, even if that was your point, you said a lot of nothing to just get to the conclusion that it's derivative, because we've seen that in Blue Lock countless times.
I was yes-anding you.
Egos, no, you weren't. Egos clashing. You said it was a response, right? Egos clashing are like that's like the premise of Blue Lock, bro. That's like the thing. Egos clashing.
But Team Blue Lock has always won because they have bigger egos. That's like the whole gimmick. They just want it more. They're hungrier.
That's
Isagi is Galactus.
That's. I truly think. That, you know, that was a concerning sentence you just said. I'm not gonna lie. Team Japan has always won because they wanted it more. They had bigger egos. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. I'm just gonna put that.
What? I defy you to tell me what's wrong about that.
Okay.
Because that's the whole gimmick.
Second gimmick. Why are you thinking of this manga as a fucking gimmick, you dork? Right?
That's the whole theme. Whatever. Message.
The whole message is not just have more ego, get better result, want more. You fucking caveman. Baro wanted to be the king really, really badly, and yet he was still kneeling on the...
wanted it more.
And yet he was kneeling on the ground in front of Isago. It wasn't a matter of like wanting it more. It's a matter of like applying that desire and being willing to change and adapt to your environment. That's not just wanting. If you want cheeseburger really, really bad, and I want cheeseburger really, really bad, and you're not willing to get up off the couch to do it, but I'm willing to ask someone to do it for me, we both want it really bad. I got the cheeseburger, you didn't. It's not just about, I want to win, I want to fight. That's not what Blue Lock is, you fucking Neanderthal. So I'm going to put that to the side, right? Because we're going to give you another chance. We're going to keep doing this until you get it right. At least once, right? So we're going to put that to the side.
Oh my God.
I thought these Blue Lock chapters, it's kind of hard to rate these Blue Lock chapters because I'm looking at it and I'm like, fuck, dude, Isagi's on the page, right? I really don't want to say the number that comes to mind here. I really don't, because I was just like, these are very much 5 out of 10 Blue Lock chapters. Very, like, honestly, 318 was like a 4, dude. I actually didn't like that chapter at all. I remember reading and actively thinking, whoa, this kind of sucks. 319 is a little bit better, but yeah, no, that sucks. If they scored now after following the most basic version of Blue Lock's philosophy, that would be even more masturbatory than the raw curb stomp. Oh, we played using their super godly tactics and they're so good. Oh my god, W ego guys. What Creams thinks they should have done, by the way. I don't think there's any saving this game now, since even a draw with their current mentality would be so plain. Not challenging or evolving Blue Lock thesis. This game has only devolved it so far. A story needs counter thesis than a synthesis for real intrigue.
Guys, I think we're getting lost in the sauce here. I think
you heard synthesis and said,
hold on. Shut the fuck up. forest for the trees, right? They're supposed to be jobbers. It's a jobber match. Like this is masturbatory. Like what's the problem, right? Like we're all like, yo, this is post time skip. This is after all the training. This is the World Cup stage. The first match was always going to be washed. Like I'm surprised they Kaneshiro gave even let Team Nigeria touch the ball.
Dude, okay,
We all
okay,
knew this was coming.
no. You're being okay. You seemingly are trying to like intentionally engage all engage back, right? You're being a bit of like an idiot because you know that you can curb stomp someone and that shit be unenjoyable. Sukuna's mad dash, or like half of all sorcerers ever, was supposed to be somewhat masturbatory and like, oh my god, this guy's so great and so good and so cool and so strong. But we agree that there are certain points in that section where it's like, okay, either the glaze is too much or I don't like the way Gege went about doing this. And so you can understand that maybe the issue that some people are having, at least myself, isn't that Blue Lock is winning or showing off their abilities, because we see that with Isagi all the time. We'll see him be like, fuck, dude, he's so godly, he's so cool, oh my god, his aura is so massive, whatever. We see curb stomps in one direction or the other in Blue Lock decently frequently. The issue isn't just that they're like winning; it's just that the way it's being handled is dog shit, right? Like the problem is not necessarily the premise. The problem isn't like, oh my god, the Blue Lock team shows up the fruits of their labors. At least not the problem I'm presenting you. The problem is that it's like boring. It's like it's vapid, it's derivative, it's very unfun. At least in the minds of the people presenting this criticism. So saying like, but like Blue Lock supposed to win first game is like not really a response to what we're saying.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. My bad.
Yeah.
I literally just need a clarification. That's on me.
Okay, cool. Only Baki can get away with that. No, Baki's not the only one. There are plenty of like stories or like mangaka that I think can do a really good like curb stomp really well. I think that's fine. Um,
I mean, Blue Lock has done it well in the past. No.
what are some examples you're thinking of?
When they first meet the pro players, beginning of the story. Like you remember that I think it was in the first exam,
Hmm?
like like shit like that. I thought that was really cool. Showcased like how pros, the gap between Blue Lock players and the pros, difference in styles. I just thought that shit was cool. The World 5, thank you.
Yeah. Fair. I think Hansel's referring specifically to like the protagonist stomping like Blue Lock proper, but fair enough. Yeah, the problem isn't that it's a squash match. It was cool when Nagi and Rayo scored. The problem is that the story is trying to make it something more than it is, and it's spiraling into a parody of itself. The match is hype moments in aura with the side of Andrew Tate. I would say it's not even hype moments in aura. Like to me, I think people use hype moments in aura like derogatorily when I think it's actually like a masterful craft that's really hard to achieve in manga. I actually think the
Mhm.
problem with this is that it's not hype or horrific. I that's what I think a lot of the issue is. I think a lot of like Rin coming in and being like, "Bleh, I'm so cool. You don't have enough goal lust. You're
So tepid.
whatever." Right? It's like
Mm.
that's fine, I guess. But the problem is that it's not actually being really good at that. The only auteur who can jerk off on the page and I don't hate it is Kojima. Really, auteur. But yeah, fine to look chapters like 5 and a 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for 319, 4 out of 10 for 318. Not my cup of tea, TBH. But yeah. In any
Cool.
case, I think we could jump into Kagurabachi, and,
Mhm.
and might I just like say, Hokazono. I've made a contract with the Energy Devil. Krebs has now lost half of his ability to produce ATP in exchange for you to get all of it.
Why
Um,
ATP?
the energy making shit, bro. Biology.
I
Um,
I mean, why do you think that's it? Why do you think he could have just like sprained his wrist or something? Can't get a fucking word in edgewise.
yeah,
What?
no, but like Hokazono, I really do. I obviously I know you're watching these streams, every single one you're tapped in. Part of
Holy
the reason
shit.
you were so tired this week is because we didn't stream last week, and I'm sorry for that. But I really do hope he's getting his rest, man. Fuck, take my ATP too, bruh. Take it all, Hokazono. Yeah, these chapters. Yeah, dude. Hokazono. It was worrying. It's always worrying whenever you see a mangaka kind of like fall apart at the end. But like 90, that was kind of like chapter 95 where you get like a really good fucking color page, and then midway through you could see it's like, oh yeah, Hokazona's like really no, not honestly, not even midway through, you could tell pretty early on. But chapter 96, the chapter that came out today, was just unfinished, like start to finish. Like the first page, if I remember, yeah, the first page I can remember correctly, you could see like just drafts of the chapters, or drafts of the characters and stuff like that. So like I don't know. It's really unfortunate. And what sucks is seeing like, oh damn, this was a fucking amazing colored page. He did like a sketch exchange with Horikoshi, which was cool as fuck. Right? He did another color page in the last chapter. He might be doing some for like Shonen Jump's covers soon. And it's like, fuck, dude, this is so good. Hokazono's winning. Damn it. He clearly does not have enough energy to finish the chapters on time. God damn. And these are like chapters where it's like a lot of cool shit is happening. And I imagine if you're Hokazono, it's got to be frustrating to be drawing these and being like, I'm at best I'm gonna have to refine these in the volume, but the weekly release is not going to be the max of what I could do.
I mean, we've seen this before with the Maki Zenin Slaughter and when JJK was dropping, right? I remember Gege taking like a month off or something.
Yeah, he took like took like 6 weeks off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if I remember correctly, was the whole chapter fucked up?
I don't think so. Like,
yeah, this whole chapter is like, it's like I'm pretty sure every page has like an incomplete drawing in here, right? First page, yeah, every single one of these.
It's not like I wouldn't say it was like fucked, but I do like, you do see the moments of like.
It's not. Yeah, it's not fucked because Hokazono's a great artist, right? You could just draw some bullshit. I wouldn't call it fucked. It's like obviously incomplete because you can see that, right?
Yeah, like I definitely think some were more refined than others. Like that double spread with both of with Azami and Yura from the back. That one looked a bit more refined, or at the very least the background looked refined compared to like the beginning. Where
what chapter?
That one was rough. 96.
Got you.
Yeah, it's page.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like I'm not saying like, but you could see like bottom left of that page. It's like Azami's.
It's like sketchy.
Completed. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's not like this isn't a value judgment of the art. One, because I don't think this is Hokazono's best. It's clearly not. And two, because I think he's gonna refine it. I think it looks good, right? That's not even my issue. The issue is that it's indicative of like health problems. Right.
Yeah. Or time crunch, because like it wasn't this.
When I say health problems,
like a double spread, and
yeah, when I say health problems, I more refer to like exhaustion. That's why I'm offering him like your lung. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. It does hurt Hokazono's sort of my Moses, so seeing him falter hurts me just as much as it does him. Well, maybe. Well, like listen, Hansel. It goes Hokazono. Well, first of all, in terms of Hokazono's pain, it goes me, Hokazono. Then we could put lethality. Be mad if I put her below you. So then lethality, then you. I think that's fair. But like fourth of all people ever for sure. Yeah.
Gege was just very ill. Hokazono was genuinely juggling 20 things at once, so he just had to try his best. I mean, like that's kind of the side
by the way. Guy who called up Hokazono, by the way. That's Sleeping Danger. That's the guy who talked to Hokazono today.
I mean, like we don't know either, right? Like
no, for sure.
It could be either or, yeah.
Well, I know, but like for sure.
Right.
Occam's razor is that he sprained his wrist, right? That's Occam's razor.
I didn't say Occam's razor for that one. I just said for all we know. Listen, man, you gotta stop doing that to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Aim somewhere else.
Hey, bro. I offer my very hands, Hokazono. Hey, man. I'm glad you offered. It would have been really uncomfortable to just take him from you, mostly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Azami's impressive as fuck, by the way.
Yeah,
the coin shit.
Hey, don't blow your load too early, bro. We got other chapters to talk about.
Fuck. Yeah, shit. Just.
Yeah.
Azami, 94, right?
Yeah. A lot of like Shinichi gas. in terms of seeing Yura like wielded and all that.
Mhm.
I was really worried, and it could still very well happen. I was really worried that like Akure was gonna like try to like storehouse that shit and get fucked, just because
Mhm.
of the way he was looking yearnfully and wistfully at the sword in like chapter 93 or whatever. But clearly that's not the direction we're going immediately. Yura's going crazy. It was cool to
Mhm.
see like that once Natsuki and Uruha turned it up a level though, that like they were able to kind of like they were maybe a half step or a full step above Yura and Hokuto as they stood. That like fucking blitz shot of Yura just like disappearing and grabbing both of them by the throat was crazy as fuck. Just very cool action all around. I forget what like long haired Kaminabi's like what his name is. But like his little
Uh,
betrayal,
yeah,
like the leader or one of the leaders or whatever.
yeah. Santa
That
Claus with black hair. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Like him abandoning. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Kaminabi, we're aligned with the government, but holy fuck, are we barely official, bro? We're just holding this shit together by the like we're as official as people believe we are. um, that's about it. Yeah. Hold on.
It,
He,
like, sure, right? He betrayed. It's a funny position to take, I guess. Because like, I don't know. The alternative is what, allying with Euro. Like, I don't know.
wait, what? What are you
Correct me
talking
if
about?
I'm
What do you mean?
correct me if I'm mistaken. When it comes to Yura and the Sanuchi's power, did he always say his goal was to kill the Swordmaster, or did he say that his goal was to free him?
I'm not sure. He might just be referring to like getting the Shinuchi in general, regardless of like
Okay,
the Swordmaster's abilities. Um,
because I was like, man, I don't remember him ever being so direct about like killing him or like wanting to, or even really being possible.
mhm.
The implication was always, at least to me, right, that he was going to break him out. Also, yeah, I just noticed this last panel on the lower right on 95 is that one's just rough. That one still has the sketch lines.
Yeah.
Page 1819. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Yura said he wanted it with the Shinuchi, and there's only one way to do that type shit. But yeah, I will say Azami.
Okay.
So like, I've personally been a big like Shiba's the strongest sorcerer like guy for a while. I thought Azami was like
Mm-hmm.
a nice like close like second contestant, whatever, whatever. I'm still waiting on a
Mm-hmm.
lot of Shiba gas. I will say though, Azami been kind of showing out.
Making a
He been
great case
kind of
for
he
himself.
can he been
Yeah.
kind of he been putting them dukes up, bro. That last page in 95, don't worry, you can rest in peace. And then just the whole thing, because I really like the emotion of it for Azami. He really does feel like it feels like he has a lot of that like maybe a little bit more subdued rage that you would expect from someone who was Kunishige's best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
um like I don't know. He's just super fucking pressed. Every time he comes across it, like the what is it in pages 6 and 7? My bad, chat. Didn't mean to trigger y'all there. Just like when it focuses on his eyes, the man behind Rokuhiro's death, and they all jump in there. That shit was cool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
very very good stuff. Very good stuff. And then that fucking like that the top of the spread where he's just squaring up. It's like that's hard. Obviously, you can't really expect someone to just straight up deal with the Shinichi's power one on one, even like remnants of it. But I did fuck with his sorcery. I fuck with like the base of his ability still coming back to like his physical strength.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a little bit of a callback to what was it, chapter like 5 or 6, where he first shows up to save Chihiro. He takes damage from someone's sorcery and then regrips his hand anyway and beats their ass. Like this felt really cool. And even though it was super sketchy of like the impact there, I fucked heavy um like with that like last punch of the chapter, and Izami just kind of like being a little creep. I fuck with it. He almost looks like a Cyclops here. I think if you're like a anatomy stickler, you might find it a little weird. I am very much like a aura transcends all in terms of
Mm-hmm.
like necessity for art in a battle shonen like this. So like I'll take it. This shit was really cool though. I fucked with it heavy. Um,
Yeah, it's so funny. Hokazono sketches are like ones double spreads. It's such a funny like side by side in my head.
Mm.
Um, speaking of Asami, didn't expect the coin shit at all. I
Mm.
thought he was just gonna go in there like kind of do accept the ready. So I thought it was just like a nice little like showcase of his sorcery and a little bit of his backstory when he was fighting Yura. As for Yura, I'm kind of want to know why he's like so locked. Because if he's willing to just like intake and output all the Sanuchi's power without with all the risks that he knows
Mm.
firsthand are there, I'm kind of wondering like if I don't want him to kind of go out without kind of like getting into like why he's like this or why he's willing to go to like lengths like these.
Mm.
And three, man, knowing Shiba's on the way now, funny as fuck, absolutely hysterical. They took their sweet time getting him on the field, and a part of me wonders if like if Shiba comes, is that Shanks at Marineford? Is that like, oh, that's it?
Don't
Right
make a One
over?
Piece comparison. Compare him to someone else. Thanks.
Fine. Gojo at Shibuya.
Didn't Gojo get sealed?
What the sorcerers thought would happen when Gojo went to Shibuya.
No, I think if Shiba pulls up, shit's done. It's over. Like
You think so? Like,
my agenda believes so for sure.
okay,
It's
okay.
more of like because here's the thing. I mean,
Because Yura's doubling down. He's like, yo, no enchanted blade, get the fuck out.
yeah, but
I just kind of assume that applied to everybody.
except for Shiba, of course.
Of course.
Like
right,
I'll just put it like
right.
this, right? Hishaku was like, dude, get Shiba out of there for 10 seconds. We need to handle all of them. Were pulling up, by the way, right? Um, all of them were pulling up, by the way, right? Um, yeah, Shiba would be pulling up at the same time as Shiro and Samura. Yeah. Well, no, I think the barrier specifically keeps out Chihiro and Samurai. And if that's the case, then he should be getting there a little earlier. If we get
Mhm.
to see a Shiba Azami dynamic duo masterclass, Hokazono, um,
Gotta.
listen, I'll kill this guy for you. No funny shit. Um,
Also, guys, I'm not on Twitter.
yeah, for sure.
No, I'm not.
No, I
The
literally
only
said
thing.
for sure.
Okay.
Um, also, Creams, I'm confident I heard blanks. I'm confident Creams. Wait, blank space.
I'm
For
confident I heard
your
blank
blah, blah.
space. I don't be confident. That wasn't me.
Yeah, and I also don't listen to Taylor Swift, so, um, yeah, uh,
The only thing I had pulled up was the manga.
yeah, um, let's see. Wait, didn't you just say you don't have the? Whatever, I'll put that aside. Um, let's
I
see.
mean, I opened it now. Like, yeah, not literally right now. When we
Yeah,
started talking about Kagurabachi.
yeah. For Blue Lock, it's like whatever. Fuck Blue Lock. All right, like we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about Blue Lock.
Why do you do this?
What do we do? What, bro?
Please let go of something, bro.
Let go of
Like,
what?
just let go.
Why?
Jesus said to
You don't?
forgive
Do
thy
you
neighbor.
believe? Because if we
You?
because we can go there. Like I can start like, hey bro, that fabric isn't mixed, right?
Forgiveness,
Oh,
mixed
by
fabrics.
the way, question.
That's where we're going.
By the way, question. Are you working on a Sunday? I'm just curious.
You're not working if you're doing what you love, right?
No, you're working. We make
Wow.
money. We make money from this.
I love this though. This
Hey,
is this
love.
is this is where my heart is. Okay, mom, what the fuck? Don't look at me like that.
I'll just say, bro. Anytime you come to me with this is where your heart is. This is what you love. I don't want to hear anything else. I don't want to hear any deviating thoughts. You
So
lie
so
all the
Kagurabachi.
time.
So Shiba. So Shiba.
What do you have to say? Oh, I've been talking a lot. Give an opinion.
I agree with everything you said. You know the fucked up part? I actually did. Minus the agenda stuff. I thought you were just yapping.
You're glazing, bro. You're on my nuts. Heavy.
And you're on Hokazonos,
Love a
bro. It's a
spit. Yeah, I
threesome.
love being there. No, you're not invited. You're not even allowed to sit and watch, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's sacred. Don't play. You're not allowed in the state or the country, bro. Yeah. Um yeah. Draco, thank you
Oh,
for the 500 bits. You are working
whoa.
creams. Focus up, stay on topic.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, boss. Fuck yeah.
Yo.
500 bits. What do you want me to do?
Yo, bro. You're so
No,
yeah.
no, please. I want to hear it, sir. You are work. Oh no, he's telling me to focus.
Okay, so thoughts on the chapter. Quickly, or else boss is gonna get mad.
Our boss, by the way. Um,
Yeah. Not a cuck, by the
I
way.
thought it was great. I honestly thought it was fucking great seeing Asami in action, seeing him work outside the confines of just being a shut the fuck up, seeing him work outside the confines of just like fisticuffs. Also great. Three, seeing that he really rocked with Chihiro's dad. That's real love right there. Like Chihiro's like a brother to him. I forget why are Samura and Chihiro not coming through.
It happened in this
Why are they just?
chapter. We,
Hmm?
we, we get the explanation in this chapter.
No, we just find out that they're not like coming in. My fucking
To apply that to the N10 and Tobimune, they'd have to focus its entire capacity against those two blades. Even if it worked, it wouldn't take long for Samura and company to break through. A few minutes at
yeah.
most. Everything
Oh, they're
hinges on a
buying
few minutes.
time. Fuck. Yes, that's the whole point of
They,
the goddamn chapter.
the Santa
Yes.
Claus with black hair literally says we're cut off from the outside.
Yep. Did say that.
Hey, you had the chapter up this time. You admitted that.
Ah, I did.
Still
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I blew it.
Fuck
Fuck.
you. You dork. Creams didn't read the dude. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I did.
Can you
That's the
just
worst
no no no
part.
no no? By the way, saying that for this chapter, not Blue Lock, implies that you didn't
I
for
did
Blue
read
Lock.
it. I,
No,
I did. I read all the
did.
chapters.
That's the worst part. Kind of implies that it's like fuck for this one. I am actually embarrassed because I did read it and I just didn't comprehend it.
Dude, it's just Blue Lock's the most Blue Lock. Fucking hell. Kagurabachi is the most high stakes one. All right, I get in my own head. I get stage fright. I'm human.
Dude, you're not. You're a
What?
gremlin. A fucking bridge troll, bro. Human.
My
Don't
God.
don't flatter yourself, man. We haven't
I
gotten you there
can't
yet. You're a level
can't make
one.
one
You're a
fucking
level
mistake.
one gremlin or orc at best. All right.
Thanks, man.
A cave
Anyway, yeah,
troll.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a good chapter, good fight. I think I said everything I wanted to say. I can't wait to see Shiba. I said that part.
I literally paid you to focus up and you fumbled.
I didn't. I focused up. I just chat. Am I not allowed to forget shit in front of you guys?
He
When the fuck
literally
did we as a society?
Draco literally paid you to focus.
And I did.
Then how come you didn't remember the thing that was in this chapter? Like
Focus and memory are different.
you can't even use the you. By the way, you have the chapter up. Focus, reread it while I'm talking because I'm doing that a lot to carry you. Heavy, by the way.
Why are you pretending like it's a chore for you to talk about Kagurabachi? It's your favorite ongoing manga.
Listen, bro. If I wanted to do this for fun, I'd grab the congregation. We'd go to our church and we talk about this. I'm here for you, bro. I'm trying to enlighten and enrich your life, right?
And you have
This isn't
successfully.
No, I haven't. You haven't remembered shit.
Yes, I have. I'm right here with you.
Creams, if you flip through the chapter in 40 seconds before you turn on cams on pod, that does not count as reading. You have to comprehend it and recall anything. That's also true.
That's nuts.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of funny how you're indicative of like the illiteracy crisis in America. 77 can't read. Not because of vision, by the way. It's what's in here. The old noggin, the medulla, the hippocampus, not activating.
So modula?
Every stream I see,
Oh.
the more I feel bad for BR. Like I will say 8.5 for no, I'll give it a 9. Fuck it, I really liked it. 9 out of 10 for chapter 96, and let me go. I'd say like 8.5 for chapter 95. For 94, I think it was a bit more straightforward if I remember. Yeah, like basically in descending order, 9, 8.5, 8. Like I think the chapters have been continuously getting better. I would probably give this one a 10 if like we had complete art. I don't know.
I
Hokazono,
mean,
I really hope that you're getting the rest you need, big bro.
if he was just like, hey, tomorrow updated the art, would you just like lock in that 10 right away, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 988 for me. Shut
You no
the
no no.
fuck
Here's the
up,
thing. You can't
bro.
deny it. You have the exact same scores as me for the chapters in the order that I have them.
Oh, you didn't. I'm not copy. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. What am I supposed to say? Sevens
Bro,
across the board,
you,
guys.
you by the way,
Like
you said that for Blue Lock. You said that for you literally changed your rating style for the you gave Sakamoto Days fives. You wanted to give it six across the board, right? But you gave it fives across the board. You gave Blue Lock sevens across the board. And suddenly, when I give a specific variance, 9, 8.5, 8, right? You just don't do half scores. Good for you. You were like, a good idea. Yummy, yummy. What are you doing, bro?
can't even agree with you. Can't even agree with my friend.
Why
That's
are you
what
always
kind of
glazing?
world,
Why are you always
what
glazing?
kind of
Why are
world do
you
we
always
live in?
glazing? Why are
I'm
you
not
always
fucking
glazing?
glazing, dude. You're not the only one that's allowed to have like the opinion of these chapters. Like, holy fuck. What am I
Nine,
supposed to do, bro?
eight,
Just
eight.
just
You
just
can't
get
remember what
okay,
happened in chapter
four,
94.
four, four.
You
Just to
can't
be
you
different.
can't
Fuck.
you can't remember what happened in chapter 94. So why
I
are you
remember how
giving
it
it
made
an
me
8 out of 10?
feel.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
I thought it
don't.
was
And you
cool.
know what's funny? I don't know why you can't remember these chapters. You read them today. You don't keep up with them weekly. You only read them when you know we're gonna pod. So I know you read chapter 94 today, bro. You caught up today. So why can't you remember what happened in chapter 94? Like that's a real question. Why can't you? Because it's the same thing for Sakamoto Days. You don't really have the like. I read that chapter 3 weeks ago. You didn't. You read them today to catch up, which is fine. I'm not judging you for reading for the pod. Whatever, fine. Why can't you remember though? You read it today within the last 24 hours, bro. So what's going on? Like I'm actually.
You've said all there is to say, man. Like
No,
what?
I didn't. I actually didn't speak on chapter
We're a team
94
here.
pretty much at
Listen, bro.
all.
Listen.
Say
What
something
you
about
did was
chapter
impeccable.
94. Say something about chapter 94.
Fuck it. Okay, yeah. No, I got you. Oh, let me pull up chapter
No, no, no.
94 right
From what
now.
you remember, the chapter you read today. Just say something about the chapter you remember that you read today.
I thought it was cool to see Yura use the Shinichi's power.
Oh my fucking
What do you
god, dude,
want
you're so
from
fucking
me,
funny, man. You're
dickhead?
so fucking funny, man. Like I just press a button. I thought it was cool that. 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 Fuck.
What am I supposed to speculate on? I read the other two chapters. What else am I supposed
So
to
question,
like
question, question,
glaze?
question, 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 question. Everything that is brought up in chapter 94, you believe anything. There's no need. There's no room for speculation. There's no need for interpretation. Even chapter 95, because we've also read chapter 96 now.
Because everything that I would speculate on, I already did when talking about the chapters collectively, right?
Okay.
So when it came to the sword, when it came to the sword master, when it came to like Yura's plans, when it came to his ambitions, to him like using the fucking abilities,
His plans, his ambitions. Did you not
his
say
abilities.
earlier this stream that you're curious as to why he's so locked as he's a Shinichi?
Yeah,
So
that was
you
an
don't. So
observation.
you don't know everything that was presented in this chapter. What are you talking about?
Maybe okay. Maybe Yura came from some kind of family that was affected directly by the sword master's, massive genocide. Maybe this is a quest for revenge. Maybe he spent his entire life dedicated to sorcery and physicals just so he could have a way to kill the sword master and take away the Sanuchi and then, destroy the very thing he tried to save.
Is
Maybe
that
that's Yura's plan.
is that what you believe it is?
Yeah, just seems like it. I mean, that's the way I've always read it. Because like otherwise, he's just doing this for like what love of the game. I don't know. The resolve of it is sort of like the thing that kind of gets me to that side because it feels like, you know, you're eating all this shit. You're eating all this fighting, all this risk just to kill this guy. It to me it scans as personal.
Yeah.
Do you not?
He thought it was a 9. Talk about your feelings beyond that was cool. Sorry, I just had to read that. Fuck, man.
Thanks.
Even if you can't describe the substance of the chapters, just talk about your feelings and explain your feelings then. Oh
I
my
just
god.
did.
We've gone hold on, let me see. We've gone a half step up the totem pole from mindless awe to baseless speculation. Good job, Creams.
You guys don't get okay. Do you not get that vibe from Yura, or do you not get that implication?
I mean, to some extent, he just doesn't. He's. It's not really give. Granted, he's just like more like unemotive generally. So even like his
Mm,
resolve seems a little bit not out of character, out of nowhere, but just like it feels like we're learning more about him. But he doesn't really come off super revenge pilled, right?
Because my whole thing is like, okay,
He
you're
could
you're
be.
coming in here. The resolve I think was more locked in after he started using the Sanucci's power.
Mhm.
Because if he's like, oh, it's supposed to corrupt you or whatever, like it did to Hakuri's father, it's like there's kind of an element of mental fortitude you have to have.
Mhm.
So it's sort of what do you want so bad that you're A, willing to risk this, and then B, how are you not going crazy yet?
To
Right?
me the reason I don't think it's I don't think it's like super duper like revenge based is mainly because he seems very willing to die for the
Mm,
cause, and it does not seem like something. Revenge to me is very rarely something you carry out as a character, unless you can personally ensure that the vengeance takes place. Even in terms
mm,
of like going to great heights. I mean, even Chihiro, like he says, like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut down the people that killed my father," or whatever, and that's a big thing for him. But like, I would say his primary motivation is preserving preserving and upholding at least when we're talking about from the beginning of the series, the reputation of his father and making sure to like retrieve the enchanted blades, you can have a
right.
super uber personal motivation that goes beyond like cut down the people who cut me down, right? And I feel like you're
Mm,
a kind of like a lot of the things about him that we see, or he's very I don't know. It seems more like for a greater cause than for a personal speculation, or not personal
mm,
speculation, for like personal revenge. And I'm not saying that those two can't be intertwined, but it's sort of like
mm,
it may have been affected by the Shinichi, learn the secrets of the Kaminabe, bigger ambition more than
right.
fuck, dude, you killed my mom. I'm gonna fucking murder you. That's how it feels to me.
Because okay, I hear you. Think about like the last time somebody used the Sanucci's power, right? What was Sakuri's dad's name? Just
Kiora,
real quick. Hmm?
Kiora.
Yora, yeah. So when he used it, right? It was kind of like all tangled up in his personal feelings about his family, about protecting their legacy, about like all the deep personal shit, right? He couldn't let go of being who he was and what he wanted to protect, and that was his anchor to not get like swayed by the Sword Master and by the Sanucci's power, right? So therefore, it sort of stands to reason to me that you have to have like some kind of similar resolve at the very least to get to that point to resist it the same way. Because if you're like, oh, he's not very emotive, that's cool, right? But to me, like I just don't get the sense that he's like if he's willing to die for it casually, then it kind of to me puts the kibosh that he's ambitious in a particular way, right? If he's like, dude, I'm willing to like fucking I'm satisfied if I die trying. It's sort of like okay, so
I mean, he staked his life on a coin flip.
I guess
And also, to your point about Kiora, the thing that held him together was not his family, right? It was the Rakuzaichi. Like it was tradition for him. It was something like he like kind of throws that all away
a
and is like,
larger ideal.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, and granted, in his case, it's like propaganda. It's like it's something instilled within him, but it's not like, dude, my love for my family is what kept me here. He's actually combating the fact that he's like, fuck, I've devoted my life to this, all of it, all for this moment. Damn, what was it all for? Fuck it, it was for the Rakuzaichi. And then he kind of like,
Mm,
and then he locks in, right? And he's able
right.
to keep it together. Um,
That's
and
fair.
so it's like I don't think it's just about having a commitment and a devotion to something. It can be your family. Like if you give Chihiro the Shinichi and you say, yeah, bro, Char, Shiba, Hakuri, save like they're all gonna die. Lock in. He's got
Yeah.
that. I
I
think
mean,
he's locking
yeah.
in. He's got that. But I think if you also said, "Damn, bro, your motivation needs to be to recover the enchanted blade." Like it doesn't have to be a personal, like familial
You just have to
tie.
stand on
You
it,
just have to
right?
stand
Like,
on it more than
yeah.
anything else. And to me, we already saw he was kind of on that when he was like, "Yeah, flip a coin. I win. Show me where the bathroom is. I lose. I'll kill myself." Right? And he's like, "Damn, the gods are on my side, buddy. Let's go. I'm nervous. I do feel like we can die, but hey, like fucking what is it? Like anxiety precedes success or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah. Oh, it, fuck. because to me, I was just kind of thinking like, all right, if you're willing to die just in the attempt, right, then like your goal is sort of you can do with or without it in my head. So
I think it's the opposite. I think the whole point is that like something you're willing to die for, like a cause you're willing to die for, is a cause that does not have to. It's not there to solely satisfy you. Is like the sentiment, right? If it's
mm,
like if it's like okay, okay,
well, okay, he with this power, we will overthrow you,
mhm.
right? Kind of gives me the sense that like there is maybe a larger ideal, or maybe like, excuse me, not so much a larger idea, but like a larger cause that he's fighting for that is very personal, right?
Mhm.
Because it's sort of like I will. He's not saying that, right? So to me, it doesn't feel like a personal ambition. He feels like he's fighting for something bigger than himself,
Mhm.
right? And to me, that kind of scans as like some kind of quest for like a larger revenge. Maybe not like, oh, you killed my father, but like you killed my people. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of why the United Front, right?
I mean, he could literally he doesn't like. I'm not saying that he's not, but he doesn't have to be speaking in code. Like you're Occam's Razor's biggest fan. Why does "we will overthrow you" have to mean more than like "we will overthrow the government"? Like, why does it have to mean something other than that?
So who's we to you?
The
Just
Hishaku.
explicitly the Hishiku?
I mean, yeah, that's his crew.
Just like sure, like, but I don't know. It's just a group of sorcerers at the end of the day, right? Like we don't have their manifesto in so many words, but if it comes out like next chapter that like the Hishiku like founding members were all made of survivors of the Sword Master's fucking crimes, then like everything still kind of works, I guess.
Maybe, but we
Like
already
with
know that's not true, right? Like Hirohiko isn't. Hokuto probably isn't because he's just like, dude, I'm not even really here for the. I just want to fight Uruha. Like, fuck, I'm so horny. That's him. That's the guy. That's the character as we know him so far. Um,
I mean, sure, but like
all I'm saying is you frame it as initially vengeance, and I'm like, I don't
okay,
really see that yet.
think comparison, right? Um, uh, fuck, what's his name? What's the immortal guy's name from the Akatsuki? Hedon.
The
Yeah, like
the goat, the
Hedon and
strongest in the
Obito.
verse.
Yeah, Hedon and Obito were both part of the same group, right?
Uh-huh.
Completely different motivations, completely different like feelings. Like they were technically working for the same goal, right? But when you're fighting them like head on, right? You're hearing different shit. Like you're not getting the manifesto from Hedon. He just wants to kill people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So,
sort of how I read it.
but what's
Is
your point
like,
though? We're talking about in this case, we're talking about Obito. We're talking about the leader.
yeah. So like I think that's his motivation is revenge, right? Because you brought up a guy with his arm cut off. You just said his name.
What?
The
Hirohiko?
guy he's with. No, no,
You're
not
talking
Hirohiko.
about Hokuto?
Hokuto, yeah. Like Hokito could just be Hedon in this situation,
That's fine.
right?
That's not my you. That's only a response to you saying they could all be survivors of the Shinichi. I'm saying that doesn't really
Just
track.
like the founding members, right? It could just be the higher ups. Like the larger goals can be
The
like,
higher ups of
just
who? The Hishaku? It
yeah, like
doesn't
Yura,
get.
right?
That's as high as it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, who else are
So
you referring to? Like, be specific. Who else are you referring to? Because the Hishaku have like 10 people.
so the Hishiku, okay, Yura, right, and anybody else that like shares his vision, right? If there is anyone else in the manga, right, that's like, bro, me and Yura, day one, we're trying to do this, we're trying to take over the government, blah blah blah, right? Whatever. Hell, even if it's yeah, let's just say it's Yura. Let's say it's just Yura. He's on the quest for revenge. God damn it! Please tell me his name one more time.
Hokuto?
Hokuto. Yes. Holy fuck. And there's like it's just him and 9 Hokitos. Okay, he's still the head of the snake, right?
Sure.
Even if 90% of the organization are like foot soldiers that are just doing it for love of combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, he's the one steering the ship. And if for him, hey guys, we're doing all of this so like I can take over the government or I could just do revenge or whatever the fuck, then that's sort of implicitly what the goal of the Hishiku is at large.
Yeah, whatever his goal is, whatever he's leading them towards, is the
Yeah.
goal. I'm not taking contention with that. I'm taking contention with the idea that it's about vengeance because I don't think that we've seen things that imply that. I don't. I think that if think about this, right? I don't think Sasuke is like fuck. Um, I'm willing to die before Itachi is killed in order to have that happen. I don't think you really see that. Kurapika's not willing to die before he gets the eyes. They're staking their lives on it, right?
Mhm.
They're putting their lives on the line, but they're not like, if I die before this, whatever. Obviously, yours not either, but I'm sort of getting at that. I think it's a grander political aim more than anything else, right? I think it's like it could be
Like
like
something got them through the door, like
something like
through other
it could
people.
be, like I said, it could be Shinichi victim related, but I'm just saying I don't
Mhm.
think it's like, grrr, sword master, I will kill you. I just don't think it's that. I think that it is at worst, or at like its most basic, a stepping stone
Like
to
a means
something
to an end.
else, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Um
Okay. I mean, like I'm fucking speculating out of my ass, but it's just sort of the vibe I get. It's like, damn, like why go through all these lengths if you're because he doesn't really hint at much of what his plan is.
mm,
He just sort of like Hokazono just kind of makes him like reveal bits and pieces of his resolve more than anything, but not necessarily his plans. I think that we will like take over from you statement is probably the closest we've ever gotten to like what we want,
sure.
signed by the Hishiku.
Mm,
So,
fair enough. Yeah.
bits and pieces, bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, great Kagurabachi chapters. I'm sure Creams will drop his like real score on Twitter or something after he like reads them or whatever. But good stuff, good stuff. Great, um,
Ugh,
fun discussion. All right.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right.
We got like here. Let me just yeah. Let me text you real quick. First, let me do something real quick.
JJK. Yeah, JJK's last.
Hold on.
Sick. Good job, Creams. I'm proud of you. I do it all for you, Draco. You,
All
you
right.
and those bits. They're my guiding light.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So yeah. Mozane, he said
Hey,
he hates
Mazan,
you.
wait, did you donate?
Draco, thank you for gifting a
That's
tier
how you do it.
1 to its pleb.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right,
Good shit, good shit. Show
let's get
Mazan how it's
into it.
done. Show Mazan how it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Pretty, pretty.
don't say it. Let's get into it. Jujutsu Kaisen, modulo. We got
We're in 5.
we got some interesting stuff here because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't read chapter 4, or rather we didn't talk about chapter 4 on the pod, so we're gonna kind of be
Mm-hmm.
lumping those in together. Chapter, let's see, did we talk about chapter 3? We didn't talk about the floating shark, did we? Right. So let's well,
We can. 3, 4, and 5 are all kind of the same genre of like monster of the week, kind of like they're just going on cases for the most part. So the tiger one, the tiger and shark one. Do you associate it with the shark or with the
I just
tiger?
associated with the shark. I know it's about the tiger, but it's just like
Yeah.
a shark that swims through the forest. Really funny
Or
panel.
yeah. Um yeah. I thought it was a cool little like chapter, just like a very uh sorcerers doing their job, like heroes saving kittens from trees kind of thing. Just to kind of see like the day-to-day of the kind of missions that Tsurugi and Yuka get up to. Um this is like a side thing. I haven't mentioned it yet, just because like I do completely fucking spaced on it. I just like their fucking telephones, like the shit they do where they like, you know,
Mhm.
yeah, fucking sick. Also, I think the only indication visually that they're in the future. I saw
Uh,
somebody mention that like the shit looks like normal.
mm-hmm.
And I every time I see those phones, I'm like, oh, okay, so there is like some shit, and I kind of like I just like have this hope, this desire that we're gonna get to see some future tech, just because like I like ray gun, like not a, just something, bro. Like let me see something. You don't think so?
Not, I
You
don't
don't
think
like
so.
it?
I don't want to. Jesus Christ.
Really? The
I'm good.
aliens, like
I
they don't
mean,
have it either.
I
Like
mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they have a spaceship, so they obviously have it, right? That like traversed space and stuff. Um,
I guess because my thinking is like, okay, modern sorceries still develop like, there most of human history. One day there's an electric guitar, right? Young Gakuganji sees that shit. And he's like, yo, that's literally big Gakuganji, right?
Uh-huh.
40 years later, that's still considered a modern sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, what if there's like a fucking proton ray or some fucking shit, and then a sorcerer's like, dude, fuck, that's hard. Pew 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 pew. I don't know. Just like it was just like an associate. Just like we're in the future. Come on, spice it up. Like they can't all be using fucking revolvers, right? Still,
Who
like
tried out a revolver,
Sukuna.
bro?
Just thinking of Mai because I'm like,
Gotcha.
okay, if you're Sukuna, right? Are you just like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's not a danger to you, but it's like, come on,
I guess so. Like
that's
I don't know. It's fine.
like
It's
if
like
if Yorozu made a fucking tactile hellfire missile or some shit, like would he like just off the hand era? Like you don't think he'd be like,
Kai. Like, bro, what are we talking about? What are we doing, bro? Oh wow. Like what? But tactile missile guy who cuts stuff. He's got that. Um, he has that handle, right? Not worried. This is still very near future, not far future stuff. That's also true. But I will
yeah,
say, maybe I'll give my thoughts on chapter 3 in a little bit. Just it was a bit more episodic. But like going in chapter 4 and 5
episodic. That's the word.
as
Yeah,
a bit of a
that's what I was
pair.
looking for. Yeah.
Really good art. Leaning into a bit of more of like the creepy horror
Yeah. Oh, dude, the
aspects of it.
skeleton double spread. Holy fuck, that was gross.
Yeah. The skeleton double spread. I remember one panel with like the roots growing through one of the skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Oh
cool. And then
yeah.
the senile old curse user. I saw. I think I saw Demon and Tessero talking a little bit about like how they wish we got to see more of this kind of stuff in the manga. And I understand why we didn't. I'm not really like super upset about it. But there is definitely a good like little mix of getting just to see basic sorcerer on curse user combat, getting to see that in action. It's nice. It's cool. It feels like it's weird to say classic JJK for a series that has not been like over for more than like a year, but whatever. It
Yeah.
feels a bit more like I don't even. It's hard to even say
Early.
classic. Yeah, it's hard to even say like earlier
Early.
classic Jujutsu Kaisen because we
Yeah.
don't really see that. It feels
Oh yeah, because they
um
went like right to the finger mirror.
they went right
It
to the
was like
finger barrier. They went
Sukuna.
right to the curses.
Yeah.
You could maybe make the point that it's like the end of JJK or like maybe hidden
The
inventory.
No,
Um,
Nobara's mission. That's what it reminded me of. Like
sure,
Nobara's first mission. Yeah, like that.
sure, a bit better of an iteration on that, which makes sense considering like
Yeah.
Gege's evolution as a writer. But
Mhm.
shouts out to Yuji Iwasaki for like the art these past 2 weeks. It's been pretty fucking good.
Mhm.
The combat was like I'm still waiting to see more. Obviously, you gotta keep teasing that out, but it's been pretty solid.
Mhm.
Tsurugi kind of doing his thing. I'll be real. We've been getting a lot of Tsurugi as of late. He's kind of
Mhm.
felt like a lot more of the Tsurugi's felt like a lot more of the main character as of
Yeah.
these past few chapters, and I imagine we'll just kind of like pass the baton back and forth, where we follow
Yeah.
Yuka for a bit, we follow Tsurugi for a bit. But I've been enjoying seeing a little bit more of his perspective, and he just has a really cool combat style because cause Le Sword, right? So
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm rocking with it for sure.
Man, his heavenly restriction really is a lot weaker. Holy fuck. I was watching this, just seeing this old dude, like, by the way, like canonically senile, repeating himself, right? Looking at Tsurugi and Yuka and just being like, yeah, I got this one. I don't know. Funny as hell. Element of surprise kind of carried a lot of that opening move, a lot of that closing move with the double spread. Why don't you guys have this? Why is he doing this to you? Get some jujutsu, please. Or get stronger.
Get some
Jump off the
jujutsu,
air.
please. This is jujutsu, bro. Everything you just saw is jujutsu. That's like how they
Bro,
fight.
this guy's an anonymity victim. What are we doing here?
This guy's a Nanami rival, bro. Tsurugi literally says, yeah, he's about as strong as a grade 1.
Which, by the way, kind of embarrassing. Like, what are we? Okay. I guess for this era of sorcery, a grade 1 is like Mahito.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Wait. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck are you? What are you saying right now? What are the words coming out of your mouth? A grade one sorcerer in this era is like Mahito.
Yeah,
What?
as a threat. Like, what was unclear?
Do you think sorcerers in this era are stronger?
No, I think they're weaker. I'm just saying, like
Let me ask you a question. Stop, stop, stop.
What Mahito was, this guy is to them.
What
So
Mahito was? No, that's just not true. They
I
fought
was
him for one
joking.
chapter.
I was joking. Holy
Bad
shit!
joke. Try again next time.
Can't have anything.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, but let me, because maybe I'm being an asshole. Let me look at chat. Cream just said some bullshit. Let's see. That made no sense on like 3 levels. What are we doing here? There isn't a
Can't
grade
even
one
get a
touching
joke off.
Mahito and JJK. You're not funny. You weren't joking for shit. He wasn't joking.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Draco.
yeah. Um, Wisdom is Chase Creams. He's always tapping into projection sorcery. Fuck, dude.
Okay, yeah. I listen. I liked the chapters. I like the horror aspects of JJK a lot. I feel like they got maybe it was like go after Gojo versus Sukuna, but like I don't know. When did you think? When did you feel like JJK kind of dropped the horror shit kind of fully?
Chapter
Because I
10.
my opinion after Yuta's Sendai Colony.
Chapter 10. Like, what are you talking about?
What?
Dropped the horror shit? That like, here's the thing. I could believe other people. Like, if I saw, like, Demon or Hansel being like, I really fucked, or maybe, like, Lethality, like, I really fucked with the horror aspect, I'd believe them. I don't believe you really fucked with the horror aspects of JJK. I just
I
don't.
like things.
I'm not saying you didn't like things. You like a lot of things, right? Jingle Jingle said the keys, right? I believe that you like things. I'm saying you really liked the horror aspect. I think there are like I think there are like maybe 10 actual horror like pages or focuses in the manga, dude. Like, okay,
Wow.
like, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I'm not doing this to gotcha, although I kind of am. Which ones impressed you? There's gonna be the military one, you say. I guess we're counting that as horror. It
Yeah,
was a creepy panel. You loved that aspect of the manga?
I thought it was a cool spread. Why do I? Okay, fine. I liked it. God
Dude,
damn.
I'm just saying, when you say you like something about the manga, like, damn, bro, I really miss this. It's sort of like I expect you to, I expect it to be something that's prominent. You know what I mean? It'd be like if you said,
Okay.
I miss the domain battles. Like, that shit happens all the time. I get you. I miss the narration. That shit happens all the time. I get you. I miss the horror aspect, bro. He did
Like
it like three
I'll give you an
times.
example. I'll give you an example. Okay. Like JJK Zero when Yuta and Inumaki were facing down that grade one curse. I thought that shit was kind of spooky in the movie. Like I don't know. I thought it was like a nice little thing. Or honestly, with the finger bearer curse's introduction, shit like that. Like it's all the little touches that like I don't know. Gege doesn't really do as much.
Here's what I'll say, personally, right? I think when we start looking at that shit like horror, it's like, you know that Arame panel where they say like Sukuna hasn't gone all out yet? It's like, damn,
Right.
bro, what a crazy horror panel. It's like, dude, it was just dark. It was just dark. Like,
Fine, fine.
I,
God
no, 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 no,
damn.
no, stand on it. You don't have to concede. You don't have to concede. You don't have to concede. Finger Bearer was actually chapter 10, by the way. That's what I said. But like, you don't have to, I'm not asking you to concede. I'm asking you to like explain. I'm not asking you to change your opinion. Like, understand every time, like, I'll be explicit when I'm telling you to change. I actually just say it, right? Change yourself, right? I do it all the time. All I'm saying is like, bro, horror, like the death painting rooms, maybe a bit horrific, but like,
Yeah, like
like,
force feeding that guy.
but you
Yeah,
didn't think about that. That was on your mind
I
as an
thought about it
example.
now.
I told you about it. You didn't really think about it. You heard me say something. But like, regardless, the point I'm making is this, right? I think it's fine to like the concept of JJK delving into more of the horror aspects of like curse users and curse spirits being able to naturally just like proliferate and exist in this world. I just don't. I think it's really funny for you, especially, to be like, yeah, dude, I really miss that aspect, dude. You gotta like. I know that's not what hooked you, right? Because you said on air what hooked you, right?
Mm,
Gojo's blue
yeah.
eyes. Like we're just like fucking. It's just like
All right.
I don't know, man. JJK has always been very consistent with body horror. Curse now is a great example.
Okay, so what'd you think of Marmalade Boy? Like, was he not a little spooky to you?
No, he
A
was.
little
Yeah,
unnerving?
yeah, a little unnerving. I just don't think it's. I would say one. It's like it's maybe a bit more on the nose than anything JJK has done proper, and that's not like a on the nose negative or positive, just a bit more overt. And two, I wouldn't really call it a return to form for JJK. The reason I would say it feels a bit more reminiscent of older stuff is because you focus on like the individual missions, right? For me, it's not like
Mhm.
damn, this feels like old JJK because we're really getting into like the body horror elements. Yeah, there are body horror elements. Every time Mahito uses idle transfiguration, sure. It's sort of like a subtle like after scent, right? It's sort of like to me it's when
Mm,
people say like Horikoshi should draw a horror manga because he sometimes does cool body horror moments. It's like, sure, I think Gege would be capable of doing that and leading into that heavy. I just don't think I wouldn't say if I'm categorizing JJK at any point I would say like fantasy horror. It wouldn't go on the genre thing if I'm in charge, right? I'm sure people would. I'm sure people have, but I just wouldn't personally. And so I find it interesting.
gotcha. I mean, like, listen, there are elements that are like more spooky that Gege goes for in his writing, like let's say compared to Kishimoto, right? Off the top of my head.
But bro, Orochimaru
That's not the same.
Kishimoto should draw a horror manga. I know it's not the same. I'm just poking at you because the examples you use are funny because it's like damn bro like I saw
A little
like
spooky.
I saw like what was it fucking Adeniro climb out of himself in Bleach bro. Oh my god, Kubo draw a horror manga like nigga I guess
Like,
I if you know what I mean.
listen, I think
But
JGK is
bro,
more
the
primed
Reaper
for it,
Death Seal.
especially like I think okay, JGK is at its most horror on its like lower tiers, right?
Hmm.
The stronger you are in JJK, the more humanoid you look. So it all comes out in the wash, right? But grade four curses, vile creatures, hideous, grotesque, actual monsters, right?
Hmm. Flyhead, by the
It
way.
just sucks that everybody you follow is very capable of handling them, right?
Hmm.
There's a horror element in this shit somewhere. Like like Seance Granny, right?
Hmm.
I was gross, right? Like the shit she did.
Hmm.
There's an element of horror to it, right? Ripping off the face, the grandson, like there's a lot of shit like that that just like in the trenches of the JJK verse, right? If you're not grade 3 and above, is some really fucked up shit. And I think that's the when the manga focuses on that, which is few and far between, to your credit, it is fucking sick. Like it's like a oh shit, I feel some of that tension there.
Fair
Like
enough. Fair
Jogo at
enough.
the restaurant, just like moments like
Yeah,
that.
like cell drinking people, right? It's like fuck, Toriyama, you're good. And shout out Hansel, I took that one. You're good. You're fucking good,
I
Toriyama.
drink people.
I drink people. Yeah. That was horrific, bro. Truly and honestly, in my gut, I thought Toriyama, you shouldn't be drawing Battle Shonen. You should be competing with Junji Ito. You and him, you're rivals. Yeah, lock
Oh
in.
fuck. They all ask why.
I drink. You want to see me drink this guy? Fuck, dude.
But yeah, shit like that. That's kind of the more fleshed out take. Like, it's not my fucking fault that like every strong curse looks like a guy.
Hanami.
Now,
Dagon.
bipedal, two hands.
Looks like a guy. You see Hanami walking down the street, you're like, oh, yo, Joe, what's up, gang? What are you talking about, bro?
Okay, humanoid man,
Human is not just when bipedal, bro.
humanoid. All right, like okay. Think about the curse Yuta
Curse
killed.
Naoya.
In his
Karushi.
reintroduction, by the way.
Karushi.
Kurushi was disgusting. Fair.
Cockroach. Special grade curse.
Yeah.
Ganesha. Elephant curse. Special grade.
It wasn't like particularly gross.
Yeah, it's an elephant. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what you're saying. All strong curses, humanoid. I'm saying I just named exclusively strong curses. None of those look like people. Like
It's not a
even if you
steadfast rule.
you just
It's a broad
but
stroke. God
I just
damn.
presented like seven motherfuckers.
No, you present first of all two. One is too simple.
Hanami, Dagon, Curse Naoya. Like, tell me Curse Naoya is humanoid. Tell me Curse Naoya for the first two. That's a human?
He becomes humanoid.
He was already. He fucked up Maki pre humanoid. Is that not strong enough for
Yeah.
you? Because okay, name me a curse. Name me a curse that's stronger than that. Like categorically, it's like Mahito. Is that Mahito is just that's your benchmark for strong curse? The one guy? What are you talking about, dude?
Why is the benchmark like Curse Spirit
I'm saying
Naya
Curse
and
Spirit
then Mahito?
Naoya. I'm saying Curse Spirit. My point is, you're saying Curse Naoya isn't strong enough to reach your bare minimum. I'm saying, fuck you. That's a horrible scale then. If all it is, if strong is two people, it's like, what are we doing?
Whatever, man. Like
Smallpox
it, the
deity. Rainbow Dragon.
smallpox
Smallpox.
was the smallpox deity. He
eh,
wasn't that fucking strong.
He had a domain. He was a special grade. Disease curse.
Ugh,
Like, what is strong? It's a fucking special grade, bro. That's literally the top category. It doesn't get
fine.
higher.
Shit. Holy fuck, y'all caping for like grotesque, strong cursed spirits. My fucking bad. I didn't realize I was y'all's hero. Holy shit, y'all starting fucking
My bad,
PETA
bro.
for ugly ass
Y'all. Oh my
curses.
god, bro. My bad. Y'all just shat on my point. Fuck. Wow.
Save the curses.
Much like the Titanic, my arguments couldn't hold much water. Fuck you. Versus fucking, you're just fucking mad that you just say shit, and then I sometimes call you on it.
You call me out every time. You don't let a single transgression pass.
That's why we're
Dick.
friends, bro.
Is it? It seems
Yeah.
like we're friends in spite of that.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck then.
Can I? Is it actually real talk? Is it too much to just get a lie off
Yes.
peacefully?
Yes.
Why?
I hate you, and I love seeing you fail.
I'm not the Pope. I'm not the Pope. Why am I being scrutinized like this?
You're being scrutinized by like sub 50 people,
Andrew
bro.
Tate. Andrew Tate lets anything slide,
Is
bro.
on your yeah. That's your hero. That's your goat. Andrew Tate, woman beater, by the way.
I'm just saying.
Like, why are you being like, damn, this works for this guy, abuser? Why doesn't it work for me?
Kai Cenat's friends don't talk back.
I have a lot of opinions and thoughts on Kai Cenat that I will not speak on for the time being, and I'll just say, if you're using Kai Cenat as your
This is his house, by the way.
if you're using Kai Cenat as your benchmark, don't you think it's XQC's? If you're using Kai Cenat as the benchmark, truly and honestly, as a 45-year-old man, you're fucking lost. You're fucking lost. You're fucking lost, and you're gone.
I guess my point is JJK's action horror, action first, horror second, but ultimately those are the two elements that define it in relation to other series. You know, I'm not going to address that because I just thought of something. We didn't rate the chapters. I might want to hold off on a full rating because to me this feels like a nice 3-part little set with the Marmalade Boy. So I'm gonna hold off. I guess tentatively an 8 for me.
For which chapter?
Just the whole thing, like so both so far. I want to see how it ends. Like it's not like I'm not stamping it in. I want to see how they resolve it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just like a nice little thing, it's a nice little thing. Because like they tease Maru, kind of like interjecting at the end with only his third eye opening. I'm curious if there's like an element of he's on autopilot when that shit's active.
Dude, the aliens might be like, dude, you that's our ambassador. You just fucked him up. We're gonna murder you. Everyone's gonna.
I'm for war. Yeah. So I am very curious. I am very curious to see the consequences because, like, bro, for Marmalade Boy is fucking hysterical. So I really want to see that shit.
I'm legally obligated to say this. New Shadow Style Simple Domain, Maculation, Miwa upscale. Miwa taught him that. That's canon.
That's a. Also, you know what? I will say to my earlier point, there is evolution in a lot of techniques, or at least this one. New Shadow Style does seem to have gotten a bit of a facelift.
No, maybe we could always do that. But yeah, for sure.
Since the old days. You think that's like a Kusakabe got back from the Sukuna fight, fucking like
Uh, I
meticulously like.
I don't really know more because I don't really know what makes us different than any other like form we've seen. Like for example, Kusakabe is like moon drawing or like evening draw or whatever, right? Spots is obviously
Mhm.
based off future tech. Creams be happy. But like it's I don't know. Like functionally, it seems very similar because, as you call him, Marmalade Boy literally is like, was that a fully automatic attack interception? Anything that invades his simple domain? And it's like, dude,
Mhm.
Miwa did that, Kusakabe did that, and their shit was just a circle. Now I'm
Gotcha.
not saying that there's no functional difference. I'm saying I don't know what it is yet. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I guess we'll see, right? Because the way he says it is that he's channeling. Also, real quick, he can control the cursed energy from his sword with no cursed energy of his own.
he has cursed
I don't know.
energy.
Oh, he just has a little bit, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
like pre-awakened Maki.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
I still find that a bit interesting slash weird for sure, but like I'm kind of like I'm kind of holding out on that for the time being. Um, the Yuka pull up was pretty interesting. I liked and it was very cool. It does kind of show the power gap. Yuka being tired after coming in doing the combo attack, and Tsurugi being like,
Mhm,
"Dude, you good?" And Tsurugi's been fighting this entire time. It was just really interesting.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
Marmalade Boy
like
comments on that as well.
yeah, very interesting. Like like depiction of their physical constitutions.
Mm.
I do kind of want to see Yuka like properly show out in some way because I'm for
You
Tsurugi's
do?
awakening. Yeah, because hear me out, right? Tsurugi's awakening. Get rid of that last little bit of cursed energy. You're good, right? Like heavenly restrictions kind of got you there.
Mm-hmm.
But for Yuka, it's like what could it be? Like what do you need? You need a black flash, like you need a good weapon. Like what do you need to get like the ring back? Kind of like I don't know. To me, it feels more like if you unlock a technique, if you do this or that, like there's just more options for her to like do some crazy shit than there is for Tsurugi. Like I'm not saying that to knock out. I'm just saying like the expectation is set. Like there is like a very obvious thing for him to
Mm.
do to get stronger,
Mm.
whereas it's not. That's not the case for Yuka.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Does he have cursed energy? He does a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Um, we
Yeah.
know he has cursed energy
So
one because he's not moving like Toji. Two because um, I think it's said
because
like
he
in
can
chapter
control his
one,
sword, right?
and not just because he can control sword, but it's said pretty explicitly that he just has cursed energy. I actually think Tsurugi might not have the exact same heavenly restriction as Maki. Yuki mentioned most people with a strengthening heavenly restriction tend to be reduced to a normal person, and Maki's was less than normal because of Mai. Interesting. Um, yeah. In any case, let me see
Didn't
here.
she caught a bullet?
Yeah. With
Normal
like
people
gen
can't do.
yeah, normal person's cursed energy, dork.
Oh, cursed energy.
Um,
No, wait. Demon Hunter didn't say cursed energy.
I actually think Tsurugi might have had the exact same heavenly restriction as Maki. Yuki mentioned most people with strength tend to be a normal person, and Maki's was less than normal due to Mai. What do you think that she's referring to? Normal person, heavenly
Strength,
restriction.
like
Hmm?
physical constitution.
Why? We know Maki doesn't have less than normal person strength.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was weird.
Context,
That's
because
what I was.
I'm talking about cursed energy. She's responding to what I'm saying. Less than a normal person's. She doesn't say strength, by the
It
way.
makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
She
sense.
doesn't. She
Listen, it's cool.
tend to
It's cool.
reduce
I
to
assumed it was strength.
implication screams is what Demon Akatsuwa said. Why would you assume
Thank
Demon
you.
is dumber than you when all evidence points to the contrary? Is what Hansel said. Knucklehead
Thank you for your
McSpazatron is what
contribution.
MC said. Yeah.
My bad.
Demon's talking about cursed energy reserves is what MZ said. They all got it.
So, yeah, my bad.
You learned this shit in the
That's
first
on
grade,
me.
man. Draco,
That's on me. That's on me.
boss man. Suit and
That's
tie,
on me.
calling you into
My
his
bad,
office.
Draco. Yeah, my bad, Draco.
Yes, you're bad, Grams. That's
Sure.
what Demon said.
So, what did you think of the chapters? You didn't give your score.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Chapter 4 was pretty solid. I liked a little bit of the investigation aspect. I'll say like I'll say these two chapters. I mentioned looking for something to kind of like move me, kind of wow me, kind of like get me in the door a little bit.
Mhm.
And I won't say I'm in love with Yuki and Tsurugi, but I will say I'm kind of moved. I'm tickled. I'm titillated a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Gege,
Little dynamic, yeah.
you've pulled me in with action as you always used to, right? Let's see where this goes.
Sly dog.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. So good stuff. Chapter 4, maybe like a 7. This chapter, nah, this chapter isn't an 8 out of 10. That's crazy. So
Mhm.
I'll give both of them. I'll give them 2 7s. I'll give them 2 7s. I really like the action. And I thought the last week's chapter is also really good. I think chapter 5 is the best
Mhm.
one. Yeah, you do sleep in danger because you're, just fights, right? Easier to comprehend for someone like you.
Fights an aura.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
good stuff all around. Good stuff all around. We finally played catch up.
hmm
We
So
we're not streaming on
we're not.
Thursday.
We won't be streaming on Thursday, but we will be coming back next week. After
Yeah.
that, my sabbatical will have concluded. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program. So hold tight. Thursday streams might be interesting. I know it's October now. You guys might want us to play scary games. We'll put some up on the community tab.
Psycho is
For you
plenty
guys.
scary. So
Only for you. But like,
yeah.
we'll be getting into that at some point. But yeah, good stream. Nice to catch up. Nice to get back into the swing of things, and we will um, we'll see y'all later. Don't you guys have a bit to do or something? Some attempt at humor? No. So Hansel, you already denoted me as the not funny guy. That's his job.
Are you still on about that?
Yes. It actually,
Oh,
by the way, that and being called a beast, a fat, sweaty, like
come
buttery
on,
monster.
dude.
Those two
You
things.
said you'd put that
No,
behind
no, no.
you.
I didn't actually. I never said that. Those two things hurt me deeply to my core because that's my physical appearance and that's my like part of my personality. That's all that a person is, bro. That's all.
You have a
That,
lovely
that's all.
personality.
That's all I am. But I'm not funny, and I'm and I
You
and I
are,
and, I, and I'm rotund. In any case, any
dude. I've
case,
seen you in person. You're lean as a fox.
in any case, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed stream. I'm assuming that you did. But yeah, a behemoth, whatever. It's fine. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Peace, peace, peace.